Goddamn, guys. Goddamn, what the hell, man? How you guys doing?
Man, oh God. As he just said, how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us here today for another edition of the news. This is episode 317 of the news. And with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know the show works every Monday. We're on here after Raw with Unscripted. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we're on here with the news. And for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW, we're live directly after with a post-show review, man. Speaking of that, if you guys did miss Monday's episode of Unscripted, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live after Raw on Mondays, man. So, speaking of which, also something that's not on all platforms, if you guys still do want to go check it out, though, we got the NHP. We got another episode of NHP Gaming that we did yet, or NHG, Notorious Heels Gaming. You guys can now watch that on the YouTube page. That is available for you guys, man. We played some more Ready or Not. We completed the three-peat or the trilogy.
We did.
For Ready or Not, man. So you guys can watch that. That is that was yesterday night. That was a lot of fun, man. So thank you guys for joining us for that. Everybody who joined. This guy, Manager Logan himself, didn't even join, dude.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
How foul is that? That ain't right, man.
I know. It's crazy. Very crazy. But yeah. So with that, yes, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video. Where you can find this beautiful piece of merch, the brand new Slept On design, as well as all the other OG designs live on there as we speak, man. And with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K.
What you laughing at, man?
We got my man Sir K here. How are you doing, man? Tell the world what it is you are smiling about today.
Yeah, I'm smiling. Here with you guys. Excited. Not really excited for the pay-per-view itself tomorrow, but excited for the pay-per-view weekend. Always. Also Mother's Day weekend, because, you know, like you mentioned, WWE sure does know how to pick them for the weekends, man. But, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling out. And just waiting for all this stuff coming up, man. Pay-per-views and more, man. So I've been doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How was everybody doing in the live chat? How's it doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Man. Honestly, just finally getting to wind down from what has been a ridiculously busy week. So very busy week. And yeah, just winding down from a man, ready for the weekend of festivities that is BackLash, Tampa, and
BackLash.
yeah, and Mother's Day, man. So excited for that. Yeah, that's pretty much about it, man. That is pretty much about it. We did, if you guys did not watch the gaming stream, we did kind of talk about it a little bit on there. But we did see our first little bit of teasers for the Batman Part 2. So they kind of revealed or hinted that it is going to be the long-rumored snow theme, which is very interesting, man. That's very interesting. I should be starting The Penguin soon. I specifically did not watch it because I wanted to save it, watch it, and then not too long after Batman would come out. So I'm glad I did that.
No, it was smart.
Because it's been a while. But I am super pumped to watch it. And how long is each episode? Like an hour?
I think it's about an hour. Yeah,
And
around that.
Episodes?
I think it's 8. I think it's 8. It's not that. Genuinely, it is 8, and that is the best modern 8-episode format. You know how like all modern shows does that 8-episode format.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best show to use that 8-episode format that I've seen, bro. That shit is incredible. That show, I cannot wait for you to watch that shit, man. That shit
Episodes don't drag.
No, I loved them all.
Good.
I really loved them all.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that a lot that is what scares me about a lot of modern TV shows. That's why I don't watch a lot of them, because a lot of those TV shows can be just brutal with dragging. That's why I love Twisted Metal so much, because the longest episode you'll get is 35 minutes. Shortest maybe 25, maybe 22, but they're short, digestible, because a lot of shows, man, they're long as fuck, which I like the sound of 8 episodes. They're fucking 15 episodes a season. They're all an hour long, and they all fucking suck. They all drag. So I'm excited. Man. So a lot of times that's why I can't catch myself getting in. Somebody will recommend me a show, and I'll be like, oh, okay. How many? There's 3 seasons. There's 15 episodes in each season. They're all an hour long. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, dude. That's how it is for those classic shows. Like Breaking Bad, I would love to genuinely sit down and watch that, dude. It's like 5 seasons of 20+ episodes. That shit is a lot, man.
Yes.
And it looks really good. I'm sure it's worth it, but it's such a commitment for some shows, man.
See, the one that gets me, a lot of people have always recommended it to me, dude, is The Sopranos.
Oh, same with that one,
because they know usually once everybody finds out I like mafia games or whatever, I always get, oh, have you ever watched The Sopranos? And I'm like, no. They're like, oh, you gotta watch it, man. There's fucking 20 episodes, or there's 20 seasons with fucking 15 episodes in each one, and they're all an hour and a half long. I'm like, or a lot of people used to recommend me Shameless, because it's in Chicago. It's it's like based on like a Chicago family. My mom loves it. My mom loves the show. So I know that's one of OG's favorites, bro. But I'm just like, dude, I cannot get into that, dude. It's so many. And same thing with The Walking Dead, dude.
Yeah,
the Walking Dead. I watched, I want to say maybe like the first 3 seasons of it. And then that was around the time of my golden birthday, dude. I got my PS4, and it was just me and NBA 2K and Madden for life, bro. So I got out of it. I was a young 13-year-old kid getting out of The Walking Dead. I used to watch it religiously, dude. And then that golden birthday hit. I got my fucking PS4, which was the first console I ever got to keep in my room. And dude, Madden and 2K all fucking day, every day, bro. It was crazy. Coming home from school, man, I was damn near running home to get to Madden or 2K or Uncharted. I was playing the shit out of at the time. Yeah, it was a lot, man. Yes, I always one of my good buddies did recommend me Breaking Bad as well. He always tells me, like, dude, that's the greatest TV show of all time. But yeah, it may just be a little bit too long for me to like sit down and like invest that amount of time into. So
that's a big commitment right there.
Yeah.
Man.
Unfortunately, for now, I will have to stick to my Twisted Metal. But
yes,
the Penguin is on my horizon. The Batman, the original, the Batman 2022, the first one, that is personally my favorite movie of all time.
Respect.
I love everything about that movie. So I don't even care how long the episodes are, dude. I was gonna sit down and watch the Penguin either fucking way, because not only did I love the Penguin in the movie, but obviously I'm assuming it ties into the second one in some way, shape, or form. So I'm super excited.
I mentioned when the show ends. You'll see when the show ends. There's a hint to who I think will probably be, the antagonist of the next movie. And if it is a hit, then I think it's a very showing hit, man. But either way, man, I'm excited for you to watch that show, man. I'm pumped for you to watch that show. Hey.
For the record, just before I start, I'll give my before I watch prediction. I'm going to go ahead and then obviously we've known for years about the snow theme. I'm going to say Mr. Freeze. That's my before I watch.
I genuinely hope so. I hope so.
Okay, that's my before.
That's who
I
want too.
Okay.
That's who I want.
I think
100%.
Yeah, I think Matt Reeves is a fucking dope ass director. I think he could pull it off. The way he did Penguin and the way he did Riddler, I would really like to see what I'm excited to see what he has in his bag for Mr. Freeze. I'm also excited to see what he has in his bag for Robin. I'm
Oh,
excited.
I really hope they do Robin, bro.
Yeah.
I really want them to, because I think with one of the other pictures he posted yesterday, one of them was like the inside shot of the Batmobile, and I guess in this new version of the Batmobile, they added a second seat, like a passenger seat. So in the first movie, it doesn't have a passenger
What?
seat. So hopefully that's like a little hint of something, man. But I just hope they do Robin, bro. I really want to see Robin.
Are you seeing all this speculation about? Are you also seeing all this speculation about the GTA marketing?
Oh yeah, that they started it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they the I think it's the Take-Two CEOs literally said like a month ago, like mark your calendars for the day, or like call in sick, make sure you're gonna call in sick that day or whatever. I think it is coming out. I don't think, it doesn't seem like it's getting delayed, which is fucking great, man. Which is also great because we're gonna do the farewell tour with GTA 5 for the streams, and I'm excited for that, dude. I'm very pumped for that.
Very excited for the GTA farewell tour.
Only thing that sucks about the farewell tour, we won't be able to play the OG heist because it requires 4 people.
Really?
Yeah, like Doomsday and all the other ones, like Doomsday, the Casino, Cayo Perico, like you could play any amount of people. The OG ones, it has to be 4 people.
The Prison Break.
We'd have to be with 2 randos, and those randos are horrible, man.
Unless
we get people.
Unless we call in some favors.
We could call in some favors.
Call in some special guest favors.
We could.
We very well could. We could. Cause I forgot about that, dude.
That's the only thing about those OG heists. As cool as they are, they require fucking 4 people.
Yeah. I wish they came out with more like that.
Like those. Yeah. Same.
But being able to do them with 2 people would be very convenient. But like, I don't know, something about the newer heists just doesn't hit like those like OG heists.
No,
especially that Prison Break one, dude.
That's the one I actually hate. I hate the Prison Break one.
That one I hate it. I hate it too, but I love it, if that makes sense. It's like I hate how difficult it is, but I actually love like the I love the difficulty in it. I have a lot of funny memories of failing that heist. That's why I love it so much, because it was so fucking difficult. But I'll say the very first time I ever played Prison Break, dude, I was, oh my god, how old were we when GTA came out? Whenever Online came out, it was probably like 2014, so I was
14.
probably about 13 years old.
We were about 12, 13 years old playing those heists.
Dude, I was playing it with randos, and bro, they made me the dude that had to fly the fucking fighter jet, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, dude. I just remember those dudes screaming at me over the mic, like so fucking mad at me, but I had no idea what to do. And I was like, and I don't think I played it again until we played it.
And that's the worst spot to be in, is when you're flying that propeller plane.
The demolition.
Yep.
Yes, that was the
worst spot, dude. Like, when you could either be in the helicopter protecting that plane, or in that plane, or the 2 guys in the prison.
Yes.
If you weren't the 2 guys in the prison, you are not having a good time, bro.
Yes.
You were not having a good time. I hated that one.
Man.
Fucking hated that one, man. I think my favorite was the Humane Labs one. I think that was either that or the Pacific Standard Job. Those 2, I think, were my favorite.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at? I think I was gonna say.
The Polito Bay job.
That one too. That one is for 2 people though.
Yeah,
so we can do that one first.
Yeah.
I do.
We've seen the real Polito Bay job.
Did see the Polito Bay job, man. It was truly a heist.
Yeah, the heist of the fucking century, man. Just kicking everyone out. We got
kick them all out,
man. Yeah, that one was fun. That I remember me and you used to just like, dude, when we were freshmen in high school, we used to fucking replay the fuck out of that one because it was the only one we could play. We didn't want to play with fucking randos, so we would replay certain ones, dude. But hey, man, we got Jumpin' Jeff in the chat. He says, I got myself 2 Canadians and a Dutch gamer been running GTA Online since GTA 4.
I wish I always got to play GTA 4 online. It looked a little fun.
It did. It definitely did.
I would watch videos of people playing it.
Yeah, when I honestly didn't start playing GTA Online till GTA 5, as I'm sure a lot of people my age.
Oh, yeah, same.
Yeah, I played the shit out of GTA 4 story mode. played the shit out of it, dude.
Oh, dude, funny story with GTA 5, man. I feel so stupid every time I fucking tell the story, bro. So when I first got GTA 5, it was on my PS3. It was the PS3 version,
Yeah.
and in the system, in the settings, it was set to where the internet was an Ethernet cable instead of Wi-Fi, and I didn't have one. My house had like the one port. It was in the kitchen, it didn't even work. So I was like, damn, I can't play online. I didn't know until like right before the heist came out that you could just go to settings and change it and swap it from Ethernet to just straight Wi-Fi.
What?
So like for the first like 5 months of owning GTA, I couldn't play online because I didn't know I could switch that. I felt so stupid when I fucking swapped that shit out. So I learned that right before Heist came out.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't mean to throw my dad under the bus here. My dad would get so mad at me that because when we got GTA 5, it was on the PS3. And I just mentioned I didn't get a system in my room until my PS4. So me and my dad shared the PS5. He got so tired of me. He got so tired of me constantly asking to use the TV because he probably wanted to watch the fucking Blackhawks or the fucking White Sox or the Bears or the Bulls or whatever. My dad is not technically like inclined at all. He has no idea about any sort of technology, bro. So when he heard about GTA Online, he was trying to fucking fire up the computer and get me to go play on the fucking computer. And my cousin was like, that's not what online means. He was like, he's telling my dad, he's like, that means that he can like play with other people online. He doesn't have to play like offline story mode. And I remember my dad being so pissed. He's like, wait, so he still has to use a fucking TV? Oh man, it was so funny, dude. So to this day, my dad still calls me with any sort of technology questions because he has no idea. I love him, but he has no fucking clue about anything. Phones, laptops, computers, anything, dude. So, no, man, but funny story about when I got my GTA 5, it was my dad surprised me with it when I got home the day it came out because my dad and my cousin, who was living with us at the time, went to the Red Box, the fucking local Red Box. I don't know which one it was, but they went to one of the Red Boxes around, and my dad got the GTA 5. He like pre-ordered it to the Red Box or whatever, and so when he went to get it, this is when people were stealing out the Red Box. They printed the disc. So when my dad got the disc, it was because somebody had already returned it. He opened it up and it was a piece of paper, but it had that little barcode on it. That's how people were stealing from the Red Box at the time. So it happened to us quite a few times, actually. And so I guess my dad called Redbox, bitched about it, and so they fucking gave him a location that had GTA and let him keep it for free. It was crazy. I don't know how the fuck he pulled that off. He must have gave them. He must have raised absolute hell on the phone with Redbox customer service. But they always let us. They let us fucking keep the GTA, and that was my first. That was how I got GTA on PS3 day of launch.
Oh, that's
for
dope.
Free.
That's dope. That's dope. I didn't get it till that same Christmas a few months later, man.
Oh, man.
But I was pumped.
I was pumped that Christmas, bro. I bet you were seething those few months, probably watching YouTube videos.
I was watching YouTube videos. I was still playing 4, depressed as fuck. I was like, damn, this fucking game. I'm still stuck on this.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst when you would be playing the old fucking game from the year before. I remember, dude, I went bankrupt on Madden 15 and I got so depressed I went back to play Madden 25 and I just was playing it so depressed. I was like, I can't play this game, dude. But no, I'm excited, man. It seems like we should also, from the rumors, we should be getting a GTA 3 trailer 3, I mean.
I think soon.
We should be getting it soon. Oh man.
All the same series, Jeff.
Bro, I'm the same thing. I never got into Fallout. I played it one time. I actually was getting into it, bro. I can't even lie. I was getting into it, but then my brother-in-law had to go back home to Kentucky because that's where they lived at the time. So I had to give him the game back. But I was getting into it, bro. I was actually fucking getting into it. I think it was the one that came out in 2015.
Yeah, that's 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, bro. GTA, dog, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed. I grew up big on Assassin's Creed. I would probably say my top series, I would probably say actually the same things, probably just replace Fallout with Uncharted. I was a big Uncharted guy.
I respect it.
Very big Uncharted guy. Yes, but it was Fallout 4 I tried.
Exactly.
But man, yeah, Far Cry, man. Me and Sir K were just talking about Far Cry. Are they ever gonna make a 7, or is it just done? I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind them taking a break after fucking 6 because they had to go back to the drawing board with that bullshit.
I hated 6.
6 was fucking terrible.
That shit was cheeks, man. You didn't like the main character didn't even meet the villain until the final confrontation.
Didn't even know you, bro.
Didn't even know
care
you
about your
existed.
existence.
Like that shit was horrible, man. That shit.
He wasn't even like present either, bro. No. He would just like appear in like video packages. He was like fucking 2021 Alistair Black. I mean, it was just like so terrible, dude. Or 2019 Alistair Black. I mean, they fucking wouldn't take the guy out of the vignettes. I mean, it was so bad, man. It was so fucking bad. I loved 4, 3, 4, and 5 trilogy.
Right,
that is a true three-peat.
That is a 3-peat, man. I love 3's my favorite. I like 4, and then 5's just up there too, man. Those are just incredible, man.
Yeah, man. Good stuff, dude. Good stuff. What was the other one you mentioned? Assassin's Creed, bro. 3 and 4.
2, 3, 4. That's another 3-peat right there, man.
You played 2?
2's my favorite. I've always said that 2 for Assassin's Creed.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about Far Cry. I was like, damn, I never heard about anybody playing Far Cry till 3. Okay, yes. Oh, Assassin's Creed 2, yes. No, for sure.
2 is my favorite, easy.
I like 2. I like Brotherhood, but 3 and 4 for me, man, that is just good stuff. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Saints Row is your favorite series of all time. That's crazy.
I played Saints Row.
Really?
Never played Saints Row.
I did fuck with this. I did fuck with the Saints Row. I fucked with a lot of Saints Row. I honestly can't remember the number of them, but I do remember playing them a lot as a kid. I wasn't like huge into the series, but I did. I actually did play a lot of Saints Row when I got bored of GTA. So, yes, dude, I'm excited for the Black Flag remaster, bro. I'm very excited. It looks fucking great. Which I gotta say, for a game that was made in 2013, the OG Black Flag doesn't even look that bad.
It does not.
But the new one looks incredible, man. It looks incredible. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. But yeah, grew up on a lot of those, man. Like I said, what did you say? GTA, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed, and I would probably say Uncharted. Uncharted was probably my other one. And then obviously any other sports games, WWE, NBA, Madden. Grew up huge on those. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. But I just talked about how, Anton Castillo was it Juan Carlo Esposito was in the fucking closet like Alistair Black. They kept him in a vignette till the end of the fucking game. Speaking of Alistair Black, we'll start with
our one and only.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
I'm receiving word.
Oh God.
Mark Davis has called out Jungle Jack Perry for the national championship. What the blue fuck?
What the fuck is what?
Is he punching a wall?
Why is he punching a brick wall? Is he fucking stupid?
Is he fucking stupid?
What the fuck is going on today? What the fuck, man? Mark Davis, man. The danger was it Dangerous Davis? What the fuck is his nickname?
Dangerous Mark Davis, or he goes by Dunkzilla.
Dunkzilla versus Jungle Jack. You excited?
Very.
Oh, pumped.
Alistair Black, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, bro. We have no AEW stories. The only AEW story we have pertains to WWE releasing this, man. There is not a single piece of talk-worthy AEW news this week.
No.
This genuinely may be the first time this ever happened. I can recall there being like 2 AEW stories. None.
They ain't been doing shit. They just been chilling on TV, having occasional good pay-per-view, and just not doing fuck all, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's
no redemption news, no nothing, man. Redemption was the only thing we had to go off of, but we basically are just waiting for the announcement now.
I guess the only thing I could have put in here, I didn't really think it was like, I guess, newsworthy, was how much Will Ospreay's neck surgery cost.
I did see that.
Which, again, it's not really news. I mean, everybody kind of...
It's just a cool story. I
assumed everybody would fucking think that neck surgery was pretty...
I would assume it's expensive. And, Tony Khan just paid for it because, that's what Tony Khan does.
Will's his boy, bro.
He did say it cost more than his house, though, which is fucking wild.
Will Ospreay said when he seen the bill, he almost fell off of the bed. Because
I was gonna break his neck again.
Yeah, he said the bill was more expensive than his house.
That's insane, dude.
So I guess Tony Khan forked up the money for probably like a $400,000.
Or
it had to have been like $400,000 to $700,000 worth of a neck surgery. Which, I mean, I guess somebody's got to pay the fucking doctor's salary.
Yeah, they'd be alright.
So
you don't have to pay medical bills, man. You don't have to. They don't go on nothing on your record. Nothing.
This guy.
So if you're an American and you have a medical bill, you don't got to pay that motherfucker. They can't do that.
It overseas though.
That's why I think they had to pay it, man. Because even though you get free healthcare over there, he did have to pay, and he made a whole fucking fuss about it. Even though you don't have, I think special things like that you do have to pay for overseas. Yeah. Normal everyday shit you don't have to pay for. I think special shit like that you might have to. But if you're an American, guys, just don't pay the medical bill. They can't do nothing.
They cannot tarnish your wages.
They can't tarnish your wages. That shit ain't no real debt. Especially if they sell off that debt.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't yours no more.
Can't affect your taxes either, right?
It can't affect nothing to you. Yeah. Not medical. Now, if it's a credit card debt or something, you're actually fucked.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You're actually fucked. Medical, ain't no way.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. But Alistair Black, ladies and gentlemen, SE Scoops is reporting. Alistair Black is reportedly in negotiations with AEW.
That's wild.
So, before we talk about it, since then, Fightful is reporting that AEW has denied reports of Alistair Black being in talks to return to the company following his WWE release. Now, this is due to the shit we brought you guys last week, that Alistair Black was back there big league and everybody, and they didn't want him back, especially Andrade.
Andrade's the GOAT, man. He said, hey, bro, they just barely accepted me. You ain't about to fuck up my shit coming in here. I respect it.
What do you think, bro? What do you think personally, man? Do you believe in SC Scoops, or you believe in Fightful here, man? Do you think Alistair Black is in negotiations to return to the company?
I wouldn't be shocked if there was some type of conversation, just period. I don't know how far they would have gotten or how real they would have gotten, but I feel like Tony Khan is the type of guy to at least just talk to them, just to see where their head's at, man. Apparently it was up his own ass the whole time, so I don't know if you want to talk to Alistair Black, but I could see them at least talking once. I really don't think anything would ever went through, because on both sides there's just no trust, and this whole contract back would just be building trust. And from the first time we saw him in the company, I don't think Alistair Black likes to do that for AEW, and I feel like it would probably piss him off, because if I was Tony Khan and that dude was coming back and I was allowing him to, oh man, you've been losing to fucking everybody I care about, bro. You would have been putting in that work, making people look good, bro. You would have been in a prime Miz spot, just making everybody look good. But I don't know, Tony Khan is that type of guy where he'll give chances, but I don't think it was that. I think they might have talked. I don't think it was too serious. I don't think that he's gonna be back in AEW, man. But what about you?
I could maybe see, in terms of negotiations with AEW, I don't necessarily believe that. What I can see happening is maybe like just chatter backstage in AEW, because yes, Alistair Black probably isn't liked by a lot of the people, but in saying that, he's probably is liked by a lot of people that are still there. Brody King is still over there. Julia Hart. Oh, there's a Buddy Matthews. There is a lot of people who basically
He's
just
damn near not in the company.
basically just his group.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of people that do like him still. I'm sure there are a lot of people that would be open to having him back. It could just be a case of Tony Khan not wanting to have him back. But then again, Tony's going to sit on one side of the fence. He's either going to be willing to give you a chance, or he's going to be completely butthurt about whatever situation happened and just give you a hard out no. We don't want you back. So I could really see either of these being a thing. We'll all have to wait and see kind of when things heat up. And what I mean by that is like when his 90 days is up. When the 90 days comes up, if things heat up and there starts to be a lot more chatter about Alistair Black being in AEW, or, you know, speculation around it, I could see these talks being a thing. I could see them, like Sir K said, I can see them being an early, you know, kind of like not negotiations, but just kind of like a talking stage.
Yeah. Talking stage.
Yeah, no, for real. I could see it, but at the same time, bro, again, it all depends what he did. We never heard concretely what he did. We heard speculation or like kind of the direction of you know, ways he was going. He didn't want to lose, and he treated AEW like it was a fucking bingo hall. You know what I mean? That was what we heard from Alistair Black. So it really kind of all depends how bad that was. You know what I mean? If they just have a problem with him losing, or if he has a problem with him losing, and if him and Tony could work something out to the point. I mean, look at Andrade, bro.
He's worked out. He seems to love it over there now.
Andrade takes losses. You know what I mean? Maybe it just takes a bad return round in WWE for these people to really appreciate AEW.
Maybe.
But again, the Alistair Black's booking, you gotta blame both parties.
Oh yeah,
you do. You can't look at one side and just say, oh, it's him, or oh, it's them. You can sit here and blame Black. Sure, you can.
Yeah.
You can't expect to walk into somebody's company when you weren't even a huge star in WWE. Let's be honest, bro. You are a huge star in NXT. That's especially with the way the company was at the time, that's a completely different playing field. You know what I mean? You were a giant star in NXT. You went over to the main roster. You were like a middle of the road guy. I'm sorry. You were talented. You're talented as fuck. You were a middle of the road guy. That's how Vince treated you. Shouldn't have, but that's how he did. You can't expect to come over to AEW and act like you are like Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? Like yeah, Hulk Hogan flexed his creative power at the end of the day. And was it wrong? Yes. But he was Hulk fucking Hogan. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like
John Cena, he wouldn't do it, but if he wanted to not work with someone, he could just tease John Cena, just be like,
Cena.
I don't want to work with them. He's not going to do that because that's what makes him Cena. But like, Hulk, it was bad and it was fucked and it killed every company he was in. But at least he was the top star at the end of the day.
Yes. So, but at the end of the day, you can't expect to come over to somebody's company and move like that. Oh, I'm not going to lose. I don't want to lose here. I don't lose here. I get where he's coming from, because he did lose a lot in WWE and he did get treated like shit in WWE. But at the end of the day, bro, have trust in your booker. Look at build a rapport with him, bro. Look at the relationship Swerve and MJF and Hangman have with Tony Khan, where these are guys that are willing to show Tony Khan, I want to be one of your guys and I'll show you I can do what you need me to do in order to get me there. You got to show Tony Khan you bleed AEW.
You do.
If you show him that you want to be in business for yourself, he's not going to like you. That's kind of
No.
just how Tony works. And I don't blame Tony for that. I would rather have a bunch of guys that are willing to go to bat for me and the company rather than booking a guy that just overall seems selfish. So I don't blame Tony. But at the end of the day, I think Tony could have did a hell of a lot better job with Black. So again, you really have to. Both people are at fault.
100%. Especially the way they brought Black in. It was very much in a singles, really seeming like upper mid card to main event scene when he came in, and he just never did it. He never put him in there. He just stuck him as a trios guy, and that was it. So I get that frustration with Black, especially too, because I'd be like, bro, I came in, I'm expecting to be getting the TNT title, facing for the world title, maybe not winning instantly, but like facing for it, being in that circle, and they kind of like teased him being in there on his debut, and then kind of never brought him back in that circle. So I get the frustration there, man, and I think it is definitely partly Tony Khan's fault for just bad booking. He did just book him bad, but like also with Black, you're not God over there, so don't expect to be booked like God at the same time, man. It really is a two-party problem.
It is. So if they can get together and work something out, then hopefully. But at the end of the day, I would not doubt if they stayed separate, because if they just can't, if their heads just clash, then their heads just clash, bro. So that's all that's gonna have to be.
Especially with the rising talent in AEW that are AEW guys, Speedball, Knight, fucking Kyle Fletcher, I was gonna say Kyle Fletcher, Kyle Fletcher. Those are, I think Tony Khan would rather just invest in those guys than bringing in another Alistair Black, another like ex-WWE guy. So and like you said, he values his AEW shooters. That's what he wants, man. He wants to build those people up to be his guys. So I get it.
I do. Yes, AEW fans, they want Black to make a formal apology.
Go, dude. Those fans are fucking hilarious, bro.
They're
just
the best.
They're so delusional. It's amazing.
He should apologize.
He should apologize.
So with that logic, these people who make these tweets, anytime they get mad at their manager or their coworkers at their normal jobs, they gotta, write a formal statement.
Formal statement.
I mean, please, bro, get the fuck out of here. He had a dispute with his boss over creative at work. At the end of the day, if they're gonna make it out, if they're gonna make it up, then he can go back to work. If not, then he's just not gonna work there.
Exactly.
That's it. It's like any other fucking job.
You either squash the beef, and it's not some I'm sorry apology. You simply professionally squash the beef, and you move on doing your fucking job, man. I mean, it's like, it's not how it works.
Yes, and if you can't, and if you just
then you
don't,
leave.
Yeah, then you just don't work there.
You don't work there. It's just not going to work out. You know what I mean?
So, I don't understand, bro. I don't fucking understand. But yeah, they want their apology, man. They want their apology. I'm sorry for treating AEW like a local bingo hall.
No, exactly.
I'm sincerely sorry about that.
It's like fucking Punk apologizing to The Miz. Like, how do you start that conversation, man? God. Hey, man, I'm sorry for treating this company like an absolute dumpster fest, man. I'm sorry. I big leagued y'all. Like, went over there, I got big leagued, I got fucked over, and I'm here to apologize because I need money. Punk's is even worse.
Hey man, sorry for telling you to go suck a blood money covered dick in Saudi Arabia, bro.
You fucking dork.
Oh yeah, sorry, you fucking dork. Sorry. I woke up crabby, dude. It had nothing to do with you or Saudi Arabia. It was just I woke up crabby.
Up crabby, and so I fucking make that hate tweet. What do you go at the Miz too? That's the best. What did the Miz do to you, bro?
It was like on WWE backstage. Remember when Punk debuted and he said like, "I changed the culture."
Oh,
the Miz like said the same line the next week to like, I don't know, like maybe make a dig at him. He was like, Miz said the same thing, like, "I changed the culture." and that was what he deserved.
He knows that's the Miz gimmick, right? Is like,
and dude, the worst part about that whole thing,
it's his gimmick.
If you see like the Miz in interviews, or like if you see the Miz,
Nicest.
he is the nicest dude, and that's just that's so terrible, bro. That's so terrible, man. He's just the nicest dude who fucking showed up to work for like 20-something years and just tried to give it his best.
It's just like, dude, how you gonna tweet that at the Miz? Like, oh my god, he stole what I said. Yeah, that's the Miz's whole gimmick. He's the gimmick is that he's, not the best, in-ring guy, so he steals people's shit. Half of his moveset is Daniel Bryan's from their feud. Dog, he does the it kicks. Brother, how you gonna get mad at the Miz, bro? Go to tweet, bro. Go to tweet.
So that is the news on Black being in AEW, or lack thereof.
Oh, Jeff, man, I wish that Dark Father,
I was gonna say
cult-like character, man. If they would have put him, me and him wanted with the Righteous dude, you would have had money right there. A cult-esque group like that, perfect.
Alistair Black Dark Father character that he had in 2021 before they fired him the first time. That shit was so, I don't know if you've played, I'm assuming you played Far Cry 5. That shit was so Joseph Seed, bro. The like yellow tinted glasses, and then he would say Cole the Herd. It was such a fucking innuendo at Joseph Seed. I fucking loved it, dude. Joseph Seed is one of, if not my favorite video game villain of all time, man. And that gimmick that game, like if you're a wrestling fan, that game will hit you with the feels, bro.
It does, dude.
John Seed with the yes shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Just say yes. It was so fucking Daniel Bryan. And then Joseph Seed reminded me of Dark Father Seth, and he also reminded me of Messiah Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
So dope.
But yes, that cult church leader character, bro, when he was the Dark Father, gave me so much vibes towards that. I always wish he would have picked that back up when he came back to WWE instead of being fucking Karrion Kross. I wish he would have been
like he didn't even really have a character coming back, especially like before they basically just gave him Kross's gimmick. He was just a guy, you know what I mean, with tattoos.
Yes, bro.
Oh, anytime I hear it, I know exactly I forgot the name of it, right? Only You, yep.
That is in my, I just listened to that the other day.
Oh, hell yeah.
Constantly in my rotation, bro.
That shit is, man, what a game. I missed that game.
Amazing fucking game. I want to replay it, dude. I want to replay it, man. But that's the news on Alistair Black being in WWE, or being let go from WWE and being in AEW, man. So we'll see if they can get it together, if he can actually treat AEW like it's the second biggest wrestling company in the world, and not
That's the best part. If that man does go to TNA and he treats that place well, come on, bro, what you doing?
That's the most that's the most I want to be back in WWE shit I've ever heard.
Because that company is nothing, dude. Their world title's on par with a mid-card title.
It was weird, man. It was weird. It's like they brought him back, and like from what I remember early on, he had like his original NXT gimmick. He was kind of like silent and stoic, but it was like less cool because like Triple H wasn't booking him in anything meaningful. And then it just de factoed into, we want you to be, Karrion Kross from the Netherlands.
Literally.
So, from Amsterdam. It was like, pick a side. Either you want him to be the devil with memory loss, the NXT character, or you want him to be a kind of like predicting type of preaching character, which if you're going to do that, instead of giving him Kross's gimmick, have him dip into the Dark Father. You can do the vignettes and have Black put his own spin on it. Like you can have a character, you guys remember the Dark Father, how he had the little stick figures in the book.
Yeah.
You can do a little stick figure that looks like Sami Zayn if he's trying to predict Sami Zayn doing something evil. You can predict fucking Sami Zayn, encountering somebody that's liked more than him, like Trick, and you can have Sami Zayn lash out because of it, and then boom, we do the Sammy Trick feud, and then you start to see that, through his illustrations. You could have done so. It's not fucking hard, man.
Not rocket science. And like that's the thing, dude. Ever since they had that original thing with the Fiend, where the Fiend would change people, any type of dark character, they just gave it that thing too. They gave it to Cross, where he like predicted and changed the way people do things, and then they gave Cross's gimmick to just Alistair Black. Once they did that with the Fiend, they never looked back on it, and that's all they did with dark characters, man.
Yep.
It just got so repetitive. That's why I miss the Dark Father. I miss shit like that, where it's just a dude being weird. I miss that shit, dude.
Yes. That was one thing I love so much about Cult Leader Bray. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Like that.
it was like, yes, he would speak in riddles and he would, say things that foreshadowed things, but it wasn't like again
turn heel after they fucking feud.
Exactly, man. Like he's like it's like again, it wasn't like I was saying, it wasn't so in your face. It was just like it was just a part of him. It wasn't like his gimmick. It was just like it was just a part of it was just something that aided him just being a crazy genius.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Man.
It wasn't like, oh, if he says that, then boom, something's gonna
be
happen.
true.
So, but again, or even if you want to do stuff like that, bro, have people put their own spin on it, dude. Don't fucking just give the guy carrying Cross's gimmick.
Literally put him with his wife to just do the literal Cross thing with the wife too, bro. Like,
yes,
God damn, they shit was so on the nose with it.
It was bad. It was really
hated
bad.
it, man. I hated it. And then you'd just be standing in the background, not doing shit. What the fuck you standing in the background for? You're not doing shit.
At least come up to him and fucking tell him something.
Bro,
just fucking standing there all week.
Like imagine you make a trip all the way to SmackDown every week, and all that fucking bald Nazi tells you to do is, okay, just go stand in the background with this segment. Motherfucker, can I do something, bro?
Man, legit.
I'd be so pissed if I traveled all the way to SmackDown every week to just be in the background. I'd be so mad. Fucking A, man. Speaking of background, man, you see they're still doing that Theory and fucking Maxine shit in the background?
Yes. Like, what is gonna happen with that?
Just do something already, or just don't do it at all. They take so long with everything
Honestly.
they fucking do. No, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, terrible.
Imagine Braun Breaker interacting with Maxine Dupree. Get him out that group, bro.
Imagine Paul Heyman, the fucking manager of the Bloodline, the OG Bloodline, hanging out with Maxine Dupree, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and the Bronze. Like, please get this guy with the Bronze, bro.
Please,
I'm so tired of this fucking.
I hate the Vision, dude. Just kill it.
That group is fucking, man. That group has turned into some tomfoolery, bro. Man, absolutely. Yes, it is very crazy what did happen with Cross. I was just thinking about that. What happened with Cross and Scarlett, like how their whole negotiation thing went. Where like they wouldn't even let them talk to Triple H about it, and then like they wouldn't even negotiate at the same time. They told Cross like, accept this offer or leave, and we'll offer your wife after. It's just like,
and then we didn't
so
even know,
shady.
We didn't even know at the time that it's kind of a predecessor. What they're doing now is like, you only have so much time or you're done.
Yeah.
Like that shit. And that's the worst part is he was just re-signing.
Yes.
Now they're doing it to motherfuckers who just signed a year prior. That shit's crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah. The other non-WWE news we got is Dark Side of the Ring.
Hey.
It has been renewed for a 7th season, which we brought to you guys a while ago.
Have we ever watched season 6?
Who was in season 6 again? Let me see.
Because didn't we finish 5? I don't think we watched 6. Or did we finish 6?
Muhammad Hassan, Daphne, Sabu, Billy Jack Hayes, Eddie Gilbert.
No, we didn't watch any 6.
Big Band, Vader, Mick Foley, Hell in a Cell, Ludwig Borga. No. But then again, weren't we having problems like watching 6?
Oh, I think we were, because isn't it?
It's on Hulu.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's like different seasons are on different shit.
Yes.
Oh,
that was our main problem, because I believe we were on 5.
We
yeah,
were.
because this is Black Saturday, Sandman,
Mm-hmm.
Sensational Sherry, Chris Colt, Brutus, Beefcake, Terry Gore. I don't even think we Buff Bagwell.
I don't think we saw some of those.
I don't think we saw some of these either.
It's wild. I low-key miss when they would do like bigger stories. Obviously, they did most of them, but like I feel like there's still some bigger stories. Give me that Brawl Out episode.
I want my Brawl Out episode. But Dark Side Season 7, the episodes, this is according to Variety. There's a couple really good ones in here I think you're really going to like. Have you seen them?
I haven't seen them.
We have The Renegades, or The Renegade.
Oh.
Missy Hyatt, Paul Orndorff, Zach Gowen. A pretty good one.
Right, that name sounds familiar.
He's the one-leg guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Zach Gowen. We have Big Boss Man.
Oh.
Which is interesting. We have Necro Butcher versus Samoa Joe.
Well, what the fuck? What happened in that match?
Do not know. So I'm very excited. And the last one, the one I'm really excited for, dude, is TNA Wrestling and Jeff Jarrett.
Ooh.
That one is going to be fucking good.
It's going to be real good.
That one is going to be really, really good because the Bash at the Beach 2001 was the one, I think, where Jeff Jarrett laid on the mat for Hogan, and then Hogan started fucking burying the company and Vince Russo in the middle of the ring. So a lot of things that Jeff Jarrett is involved with do not go very well. So and I believe, at least from what I remember, he was huge in TNA's downfall.
I was gonna say, didn't he have a lot of power in TNA? Wasn't he one of the reasons they fell?
Yes.
So that makes sense. I'm glad Tony Khan finally caught on and was like, all right, get out of here. Thank God, dude, because that shit was getting bad. Because he was getting more and more on TV over time. So I'm glad Tony Khan put the stop to that shit.
Yeah. I'm not Dixie.
Not Dixie.
I'm not Hulk.
I'm not Hulk.
But so these are your episodes for season 7, man. I'm very excited for these. The ones I'm most excited for, I'm very excited to see what this Necro Butcher versus Samoa Joe match is and why a match with Samoa Joe is on Dark Side of the Ring. I'm very intrigued to know what the fuck happened in this match. And then the TNA Wrestling and Jeff Jarrett one sounds really, really good as well. Also excited for Big Boss Man and Zach Gowen as well. I think those should be good.
Oh yeah, they also it sounds like a very good season, man. I can't lie. A lot of 6. I don't know what the core problem. I don't know like a lot of what happened for 6 because sometimes you could go into an episode not knowing what the fuck the dark side is. But 7 is one of those seasons where it seems like you have idea of what you're going into, which I like.
I thought I remember hearing a lot of good things about Billy Jack Hayes and Muhammad Hassan. Sounds like a really good episode. Because he's the one that's like a fucking school principal now.
Oh,
and they just fucking had him with the gimmick of a terrorist trying to take down the Undertaker. So
oh, is he the guy from that one clip where it's all the the goated Triple H clip? I thought it was him. Yes. Fucking wild gimmick, bro.
Yeah, but a lot of season 6 does actually look pretty good. Now that I'm looking at it, Tony Atlas, Vader, Mick Foley from Hell in the Cell, Billy Graham, Tony Atlas. So
Tony Atlas, that one sounds familiar.
He's the dude that was there when Bruiser Brody got killed.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's like the big Jack Black dude.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. He was in that episode. Oh shit! I'm excited.
And Daphne is also
part
of this.
That's a really good one.
So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this. But we got a
Sid versus Arn in a hallway.
Sid versus Arn in a hallway.
Do they like start fighting in a hallway? What the hell was going on back then?
We do have to watch the Hogan documentary this weekend.
Yes, we do.
I'm very excited for that.
Fucking Hogan, man. I love him in his lies, dude. Goated liar.
The greatest. So yeah, that is it. With that, that's everything for the I guess AEW or non-WWE side, if you want to classify it as that. Now, before we move on to the actual WWE stories, we got a word from the official sponsor of your boys here at NHP, man. W Energy. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving, man. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout. Save yourself 10% on your next W purchase.
Truly, always gotta shout out W, man. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man. No matter what it is, what you need to focus, anything, try W, man. It'll get you focused. You won't have the jitters, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Truly, always gotta shout out W.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, as always, to the great people over at W, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP.
That's what we do.
Well, everybody knows by this point. We obviously talked about it a little bit on Monday because it was very recent and very shocking. But, first of all, are we talking about Sid Vicious? Because are you telling me Sid Vicious stuck Arn Anderson with scissors 30 times?
What the fuck was going on back there? Was it during like a match or was it just backstage?
That is nuts.
That is nuts, dude. Just fucking stabbing him 30.
Didn't New Jack stab somebody before during a match?
Yeah, that's what his episode was about when he stabbed that one because it was mass train.
Well, that was the one where the kid bladed too deep.
Oh,
but I thought there was one where
he
New
did
Jack
stab someone.
Yeah,
I forgot.
he legitimately fucking stabbed somebody in a match.
Crazy, dude. Crazy, yes. Damn.
That is fucking wild.
Holy
I never heard
shit.
about it. We gotta get that episode out of them motherfuckers, man, because that is nuts, man.
No wonder Ronan got the Glock, dude. He probably got it after he got stabbed 30 times.
This all makes sense.
I gotta keep a Glock on me now.
This all makes sense. But WWE departures, man. Again, everybody knows about this. This isn't breaking news, but we obviously got to discuss it because this literally dropped last Saturday. They had a fight in a hotel bar. Sid went back to Arn's room later with a chair leg in hand, so Arn grabbed scissors.
Oh, shit.
Wait, so did Arn stick Sid? Or did Sid... What the fuck?
Or did Sid did he like grab the scissors from him and start like fucking poking
With
him?
a chair leg?
What the fuck was going on?
God.
Oh, man.
That roid rage, bro.
Oh, dude, roids and cocaine back then. I'm sure they were off the shits.
Man, that shit was pure. Sid got the scissors.
Oh. Throw it and got him. Damn. Fuck. I mean, he could fight.
Is that why Sid was like,
like they didn't talk about him that much? Is that why?
I wonder if that's why he was never like inducted into the Hall of Fame while he was alive. I wonder if there's maybe people that don't really care for him.
Who will show up and Sid just running away?
Oh shit. That's crazy, dude. I never knew about that.
That's crazy. Yeah, they got to make an episode on that. That's wild. That's a crazy story.
It is, bro. So, according to FIFA Select, again, everybody knows, but man, we woke up last Saturday to the breaking news that Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods have mutually agreed to part ways with WWE. The Observer states that we can confirm in the case of the New Day, it was their decision to leave based on what TKO was offering them for a new deal. To be specific, New Day's deals were not up as they just signed last year. They signed 5-year deals last year to keep them with the company through 2030. They were asked to restructure their current deals to TKO-friendly deals. And they didn't like the deals, so then they were granted their release.
TKO-friendly deals, man. Hey.
What the fuck is a TKO-friendly deal? Bro, everybody either just got re-upped or in the past 2 years, wages have went up significantly. I mean, significantly, bro. Ari Emanuel's salary went up 272% from 18 million to 67 million.
67 million. Fucking Nick Khan made 23 or something. Fucking Triple H, Triple Nose made like 15 or something. Dude, they're all making millions upon millions of dollars, bro. And you're asking veterans, 18-year veterans, your first black world champion veteran, to take a pay cut? That shit is fucking wild to me, bro. That shit's wild. They got some fucking balls. I want to know who put them in that room and asked them to do that shit, man. And the fact that you just let them go when they said no to a non-TKO friendly deal, that's horrible, man. That's a way to distrust everything, man. That means your contracts mean nothing at that point. If I signed a year prior, then now you're taking me into a room to be like, hey, man, actually, I know you signed this contract a year ago, but how about you take this new deal to have less money? And if you don't, we're just going to get rid of you. So your contract means nothing. So anything I sign with you it's just not worth the paper it's written on, dude. Like, that's a horrible system, and it's a horrible way to have distrust within you, and I wouldn't trust you ever again. I would never trust that company ever again, because that means any deal made at any time is meaningless, especially the way TKO switches up on venues, switches up on locations, man, and now they're switching up on their audience. You can't trust them in any capacity.
No, you can't. And dude, that is so ridiculous. When I heard this, obviously, I felt bad for Xavier Woods, but the first thing that came to the front of my mind, who the hell sat Kofi Kingston? Kofi fucking Kingston.
Kofi Mania Kingston.
Kofi Mania Kofi Kingston in a fucking room and asked him to take a pay cut after being in this company so long, for almost 20 years. You asked that man to take a pay cut. That was the first thing that came to my mind. And then you can't help but think, this is the New Day. This is the fucking New Day. This is one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history. Means nothing to TKO. It means not a fucking thing. My question is, would the Usos get the same treatment? Or would they not, because of The Rock? Because The Rock is their family and he's in upper management and, oh, we have to take care of these people. Where is the love for seniority? Yeah. Okay, we've seen the same thing with R-Truth. We've seen the same thing with R-Truth last year, and now Kofi Kingston. Kofi fucking Kingston. They have trickled down. This all started a couple years ago when they got rid of their legends and their royalty deals. Then it trickled down to, all the Vince lifers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? All those guys that were on Legends deals, their Legends deals, or their deals to, be set for life, pretty much were cut. And they've made their way to the active roster to ask the New Day, guys that have been a fucking tag team for 12 years in the company.
12 years. 12-year tag team, and a greatest tag team, decorated as fuck. How many fucking tag titles do they have? Like 14 or something? It's like 14 to 16, around that amount of tag titles. Insane repertoire. And like the veteran status, bro. And that's what they didn't realize about R-Truth that bit them in the ass, how much people love these veterans in this company. You don't think losing the New Day, Kofi Kingston especially, is a blow to backstage morale, especially to the up-and-comers? Imagine what Javon Evans thinks, that the guy that people say he's a lot like, they just got rid of. What does that say to him? You know what I mean? How does he feel after? I'd feel like, well, fuck, is this my future? You know what I mean? Like, you can't trust this company, and you need veterans like that are so much more important than just being there so many years. It's the fact that they're still there that means a lot to that backstage morale, man. And getting rid of people like that is one of the dumbest things you could do, bro.
It absolutely is, man. This shit, dude. This is so absurd. This is just so absurd to me when you look at it from a morale standpoint as well. Because Kofi Kingston, we seen the outpouring of love for Kofi.
Mm-hmm.
He even said in his own statement, it took me 2 days to respond to all the texts regarding his release. Kofi Kingston was a lot like R-Truth to a lot of those guys. He was a veteran presence that was there in the company, clawed his fucking way up from being a mid-card guy to a guy that got buried because Randy Orton didn't like him, all the way back to where he was, all the way to a WWE championship.
At WrestleMania.
At fucking WrestleMania, dude. That is such an inspiring story to, you like Sir K just said, young up-and-comers. And now, all you leave everybody with is, damn, is this my future? Like, I just get to lay everything out on the fucking line for this company, and then this is how they fucking treat me on the back end of it. On the back end of the later years of my career. This is what happens. This is what happens. You do not build good workforce that way. No. You don't. All you do is, and that is not the fucking culture you want to build. Look at how much AEW, look at how much better AEW has been. Look at how much better their shows have been. Pay-per-views. Can't really speak on Dynamite. Look at how much better off their pay-per-views have been ever since they got the snakes out of the garden, bro. The pay-per-views have been a lot better because you don't have entities back there that don't want to lose, and they don't want to do what's best for the show. They want to do what's best for them. You have guys, and I can relate that to the culture in a company, dude, because you do not want people back there that just feel like, oh, I'm here because I'm a number. You don't fucking want that. Are you stupid?
Yeah, exactly. And Jeff mentioned that they want to treat it like UFC, you know, keep the top guys, rotate everybody else. They're going to have to realize wrestling is not like the UFC where you hear about a new fighter every 6 years and it's whatever. It's so different with wrestling, man, and they don't understand that it's completely different. And you need set guys on your show forever. You need your lifers, dude. You need, and if it wasn't for this, they would have been lifers, and you just lost two of the biggest lifers you could ever had in your company because you're so stupid, dude. It makes no sense. You need lifers. That's something that matters so much in wrestling, man. Like, you know how bad AEW would look if they lost Darby Allin for whatever. Like, they would look horrible. You don't lose your set guys, man. And they done did it, man. And TKO drove them away, man. Like Jeff says, UFC lost all their stars. Who talks about the UFC, dude? Before, a few years ago, man, I was never an MMA guy or whatever. But if I did hear about MMA, it was UFC. It was all that type of shit.
Yeah.
Now you see ads for this boxing, this MMA, this thing. These places like weren't known. But a few years ago, before TKO fucked up so much, they basically welcomed the competition in for them for UFC. You don't think that's what's gonna happen? You don't think people are gonna look at the New Day joining AEW? Like, what are you doing, bro?
They don't have a fucking clue, dude. They don't have an. Oh wow, BackLash is at Marcus Theaters.
Oh, that's cool. It's cool.
I literally just got the fucking ad for it. That's crazy.
The room probably stinks, but
oh god. No, man. I mean, it is so fucking ridiculous to me. It is so ridiculous to me, man. Again, how much these people do not have a fucking clue about wrestling. I can't even say they have a clue about UFC, because a couple years ago when they first took over, all I heard was, man, like, you know, this parent company Endeavor, they're doing great. You know, UFC, the scene's really nice right now. And that's what they do. They get their fans to a certain point, and I'm assuming what they did at the time was let Dana do his thing, and then they flip the switch, they step in, and they start implementing all their shit. Now I don't hear about UFC nearly as much as I fucking used to. Is it profitable? Yeah, it is, because the shows are overly priced, and they do get people to go out because people do love the fucking product, and they continue, and that's all they continue to do. They continue to turn people away, and that's the same thing with WWE. Are people going to continue to buy tickets because they're lifelong wrestling fans? Yes. But at the same time, you are, for just as much people that are in that building, just as much people sat at home because you fucking turned them away from a live viewing experience, and you turned them away from an experience of seeing people that they like. And again, You've done that to fans. Now you're doing that to your talent, where, and we'll get to it in a little bit, these talent don't even think long-term contracts are going to be a thing. What kind of fucking, who wants to go and work in that uncertainty?
I would never want to work it, especially wrestling, dude, where you could be injured permanently at any moment, dude. I would not want that uncertainty, man. Oh, what? I'm signed for a year at a time? That sounds miserable, dude. That sounds miserable, and that's a way to fucking make just your backstage environment just so tense and just needlessly competitive, man. You literally want people to eat each other like sharks, man, and turn on each other. Like, is that what you want? You want your backstage environment to just be some hostile, nobody trusts each other because we're all on 1-year deals and we all got to make it count? That's horrible. That, especially with wrestling, dude, it relies so much on the booker getting the person. It's not UFC. It's not an actual sport where it's actually up to the teams and the individuals to go win.
So, and that's another huge thing too. And we'll get to it when we talk about the reason they're doing it. But it's like, if I'm, John Jones and I fucking suck and they want to reduce my pay, then
that's what it is.
That's on me. I suck. I'm not winning any fights. At any given moment, John Jones can say, you know what? I need to turn it up. I need to go out there and ball out. And he goes out there and they give him a fight and he has the ability to go out there and win his fights. He can do X, Y, and Z. Same thing with basketball.
You could swing the pendulum your way.
Yes, you can train harder, try to fucking, you try to be implemented more in the system, do better, make yourself more useful. If you're not getting the ball, set screens, cut, backdoor cut, fucking, run around, get yourself open, such and such. You can do things to help yourself out in these sports if given the opportunity. In wrestling, the New Day can't just fucking walk to Gorilla and say, hey, Paul, we're going out, hit our music. We're going to go wrestle the fucking War Raiders right now, so we can make ourselves useful. No, that's not how that works. They don't fucking understand, and they are ruining the culture. That the really good culture WWE had just 2 years ago.
Literally.
In May. 3 years ago in May, we were praising WWE. They were about to fucking they were about to put on a show that will forever be remembered as one of the best atmosphere shows in the Triple H era, in BackLash Puerto Rico.
Yep.
They had a great culture.
And you squandered it, man. And especially imagine what it does look like for the new up-and-comers. What if you're not getting fucking booked? What if you didn't get no promo time? They'll be like, well, you didn't work out, man. People aren't really talking about you, And, like, what do you expect? Because you're not putting me out there to talk about it. Yes. It's completely up to the booker. Obviously, it's up to the talent if they, work out or not. But, like, the booker has to take that first step and book them.
Yes.
It's how it works.
That is absolutely fucking insane. But apparently, Jeff says they lost the gaming channel and 2K work from Woods now too. Well,
actually,
should Woods take this deal, he might still be, he might still be in. WWE is trying to keep Xavier Woods signed to a, I quote, Tyler Breeze deal. According to the Observer, WWE is trying to retain Woods with, as it was referred to repeatedly, the Tyler Breeze deal, which is basically he gets paid to do stuff for the video game.
Wow.
I don't know if he will accept that offer. I don't know what's going on in his head, but he might. It's not a foregone conclusion. Both of the new it's not a foregone conclusion that both of the New Day are going to AEW. It's likely to happen, I would say, but there are things being done where WWE is trying to retain him for other things.
Brother, that cuck ass deal, bro. Like, hey, we just let you go. We just blowballed the fuck out of you, man. But you're kind of the face of the whole gaming YouTube channel thing we got going on. So you won't be making probably much money, but you go ahead and do that if you want. We'll sign you for that. What kind of slap in the face deal is that, man? That's such a slap in the face, dude.
You have a guy in Xavier Woods who is, I repeat, in the one of the best tag teams. He's a member of one of the best tag teams in WWE history.
Come on, Logan.
In Xavier Woods.
Wow. I mean, it's probably true. I wouldn't doubt something like that, bro. There's no way he makes
Fucking guys making $5 per post about the video game. Oh man. Come on, Logan, bro.
Fuck. You do it to me, bro.
God damn it. So Xavier Woods, mind you, again, is a member of one of the greatest tag teams in this company's history. You offered him a deal to stay to be a part of the video game stuff in the YouTube channel because you don't want to lose up, up, down, down. Okay. Well, here's the thing. You just released me. Now you ain't getting nothing. And now you want to come back and say, well, we don't want to lose the gaming channel. No, you should have fucking thought about that before you asked me to take a pay cut then.
Yeah. Now it's the elite fucking gaming. Now you go see me playing with Kenny Omega and fucking Coda on a goddamn show, dude. Like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? That's so wild to me. Xavier Woods, man, it's such a slap in the face. One of your fucking
King of the Ring winner.
Winner. I think an underrated singles guy. I really think so. I wanted to see him turn heel at some point and do his own thing. I was advocating for that a while ago. I like Woods. He's my personal favorite out the group. Everyone has their favorites, and they're all valid, and they're all they're all legit.
Yeah,
you don't see her. It's not one of those groups where you're like, oh, that's your favorite. I think they're all.
I didn't know he was your. Did I know that?
I've mentioned it, but we
you know my favorite?
Kofi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Kofi. You're definitely a Kofi guy, man.
Oh, fucking love, dude. Oh man, I was going Kofi Mania, dog. I
love Kofi. I was
going crazy.
It's one of those groups where you love all of them, and you just have your favorite. Woods is my favorite, and you're gonna do him like that is fucking wild to me, man. And just offer that pity, just please, hey, we want to keep this deal. It's so sad, dude. I hope he does have the rights to that channel. I hope he does take that away from them because I fucking would.
100%. I absolutely would as well. I absolutely would. Again, you want to sign me to this cuck-ass little brother deal after you release me because you don't want to lose the work he does for the gaming shit. You should have fucking thought about that before you asked in Woods' case, he's got to be a 12, 13, 14-year veteran in the company to take a 50% pay cut or get the fuck out. Well, I'm getting the fuck out then. And I'm going to go play fucking video games with Kenny Omega and with fucking Kota Ibushi and Speedball. Okay? That's what I'm going to do then. Because again, now you want to come back to me on some gaming shit after you just booked me like shit and then asked me to take a pay cut.
Like, imagine if one day you guys don't see me in the other box, bro, but I'm still around for the gaming streams. Like, that would be
get out of here,
like,
bro.
You can't do it. You can't be like, hey, bro, we gonna watch you out, but actually might take you back. You won't be making much money, but we want to keep that gaming channel, man. Man, fuck you, man. I'm taking my channel and go fuck yourself, dude. Because what the fuck is that? It's such a slap in the face, man.
That was such a slap in the face. Well, guys, Sir K's not going to be around for, the news and unscripted, but, we want to retain him for the gaming work he does.
Like, what?
Fuck off.
You, bro. Like,
come on, bro. What? Oh, he joined in 2010. Okay, there's a 16-year veteran, and Kofi's a 20-year vet. Oh, my God, dude. That's even worse. 20 years.
20 years and then 16 years. You fucking let them go. Two members, one of the greatest trios of all time. Easy.
Ridiculous. Durante's here, man. What's going on, my guy? How are you doing, bro?
How you doing, man? How's everything been?
Durante, did you bring us some sponsorships? If not, unfortunately,
we're going to have to dock 50%, man.
We're going to have to dock 50%, and you can only show up for news episodes.
Exactly.
We don't want you around for the gaming streams or unscripted, man.
Only the news episodes.
Like Xavier Woods.
Good.
He can't show up on television, but, one of the members of the greatest tag team of all time is only allowed to do gaming stuff.
That'd be like if they let, like, Kathy Kelly go, and, hey, we still got that YouTube interview show. You go do that instead. Like, fuck you, bro. Like, what?
That's
crazy to
That
me,
is
man.
Fucking ridiculous. So And what makes this all much worse is what we heard today. According to the Observer, the New Day were put in a position where they were going to be cut anyways. But WWE offered them less money so that they can stay with the company.
So they can stay.
And wind down their in-ring careers.
Why do they want people to retire so much?
Let me guess. Let me fucking guess. Let me guess. You wanted them to wind down so you had more people to feed to Gunther. Is that what we're doing? Or are we going to have Kofi and Woods be retired? What do you mean wind down? What if they didn't want to wind down? These are the same people. These are the same fucking people that asked Rey Mysterio to wind down his career so he can retire at Mania to Gunther.
Wind down his career? What? Like, hey, so this is what happened, bro. They went up to him saying, hey, we're going to get rid of you. But if you re-sign this new TKO friendly deal for a lot less money, and you guys start to wind down your fucking careers, dude, they're not even that old, then you could stay.
Oh, and they can still move.
They can still move.
You're acting, I could see if Kofi Kingston was moving around like Chris Jericho, then that's one fucking thing.
Like, it was like Tony Khan doing this exact thing to Chris Jericho would be, all right, I get it. This is not that same type of thing. These guys are not that old. What do you mean? It's like, bro, and that's what scares me is like more people. I know they're going to do that shit to Sheamus soon.
Oh.
And that's going to...
They probably would have done it to AJ.
They probably would. There's probably another reason why he called
AJ probably seen this shitstorm coming. And yes, and that's the thing too. They want a younger roster, and I just don't understand what the obsession is with having everybody on your, like, to have, again, look at the NBA. You don't fucking see Adam Silver saying, Hey, Steph, you're about 36. I know you got about maybe 4 more years in the tank. Let's just call it quits now. Hand over the keys to the fucking, hand over the keys of the roster to fucking Pods, who fucking sucks. But he's younger. So, let's just go ahead. No, imagine a world. What is their obsession with everybody on the roster being young?
And that's the worst part, is they have an obsession about it, but they don't actually put momentum on these young people. They still stall and make them wait. Like, I'd be like, I'd throw at least a little bit of a bone if Obafemi was a world champion already, or if Braun Breaker was a world champion already. I'd be like, okay, at least they actually want to get them, but they don't get a move on with these young people. They're replacing all the veterans with younger people, but the whole fucking episode of Raw or SmackDown, it's, hey, this guy's new, he's young, he's not going to be winning for another 5 years, man, but, he's young. They don't they want younger people, but they don't like to book younger people. It makes no sense. Like, there's no sweet spot in this company to be.
Yes.
You can't be young, you can't be old, you have to be Samoan. It makes no sense, bro.
No, it makes absolutely no sense, dude. This is, I don't know, man. This situation is so bad, and the worst thing is, bro, there's more departures. Okay, there's even more departures, as we also heard that very same Saturday we heard about the New Day. According to Fightful, Tonga Loa has departed WWE, as well as his stablemate, JC Mateo, or Jeff Cobb, has also departed WWE.
Bro, they let go of Big Loa, the GOAT, dude. That man has singles victories over Will Ospreay, Okada, and somebody else. That's actually fucking wild to have a fucking singles victory over. But, like, bro, and then Jeff Cobb, bro. The chubby little guy, man.
The chubby little fire hydrant, bro.
You gonna get rid of these.
The nerd.
And that's the worst part. Getting rid of people is one thing. That fucking fuck, Tali Tonga, is still in that group, and he's one of their famed guys in that group now. So the tag team is Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga. So it's a really good wrestler and an absolute brick in the fucking ring. At least Tonga Loa, not only he botched, but it was funny, and he could still wrestle generally. actually, like, he wasn't a fucking stick in the ring like Tali Tonga, dude. You can get rid of those two.
At least I'll give you a good laugh.
At least you can laugh at the
This
guy.
fucking guy fell off the announce table. This fucking guy fell off the announce table
Got
on his
slammed.
last spot.
Got slammed on the announce table. He's looking up and just, oh, and fucking falls off, dude. And then, like, doesn't even actually fall off, like, lands on his, like, feet, essentially. And then sells the move and, like, just lays
And then still just lays back on the table. Bro.
Like, go ahead.
Oh, man. This...
I'm
I'm not going to lie. When I heard this came out, I thought this was going to be a Wyatt 6 situation. I thought they were going to start releasing all of them. No, they genuinely only released Tongaloa and JC Mateo, which my main question here, if you wanted to keep anybody out of this fucking group, you kept Tala Tonga.
He's the first one I would have got rid of.
Yes.
If I had to get rid of one.
At least the other two make me laugh. You got rid of the two fucking funny guys in the group. What the fuck? And then two, the thing is, if you wanted to go with a tag team, either one of these two with Tama Tonga would have been a better fit. I mean, bro, Tongaloa
is his fucking tag partner.
That's his actual tag partner, but if you didn't like the way Tongaloa wrestled, that's fine. Then fucking put him with JC Mateo. He could wrestle his ass off. But you kept Tala Tonga in the group. Now I get keeping Tama. He's the fucking best one out of the group. He's better than Solo. but dude, JC Mateo and Tongaloa get let go, but Tala Tonga stays. That makes no fucking sense. You didn't even... And then, too, we hear this piece of news today. This just dropped today. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reported Jeff Cobb was originally planned for a big push in WWE and was set to work with key people in singles feuds, but they never ended up materializing. Why?
What does that mean? Y'all are the writers. Just materialize. What do you mean? Especially SmackDown, that void of a fucking show. You could easily wrote something in for him. We could have had a single feud with Dragunov or something, dude.
Cody,
and you did nothing. You chose not to do. It's not that nothing materialized. You chose to do nothing with the fucking guy, dude. Makes no sense, man. I mean, I remember we saw that report about, like, last year they were going to make fucking Rusev fucking win the King of the Ring or something, and they're like, oh, well, we're not going to do it, so let's just not book him for another fucking 9 months. What is that mentality of, like, you're going to use someone, you decide to not use someone in that capacity, and then you basically just give up on the person completely? That makes no sense, dude, and that's why, like, it relies on the booking, so it's people just getting fucked over. Cobb just got fucked over. That's what happened.
Yes. And dude, it makes me wonder, like, the reason these guys departed were these guys that were offered this pay cut and they said no, so WWE released them, which is like in the case of Jeff Cobb's a perfect example of this. Why am I taking a pay cut? Because you're telling me I'm not doing significant work, but you've never given me a fucking single ounce of an opportunity to show. You have me going out there looking like an emo grudge fucking chubby little fire hydrant every week. I look like an absolute dork out there on television. And then when I debuted, you had this guy fucking wrestling like he was a fucking busboy. and like, you've never given him an opportunity, yet you want to say, hey, you're not doing significant stuff, so we got to cut your pay. Motherfucker, you're not booking me. If you booked me in legitimate shit, I'll show you what the fuck I could do. You've never done it. And as for fucking Tongaloa, motherfucker, I gave you guys some of the funniest moments in this company's history, you fucking piece of shit. I'm falling off tables for you guys. I'm fucking sleeping up against the announce table after taking a suicide dive and holding the title like an idiot. All this stupid shit Tongaloa used to do, bro.
Botched his debut.
I fucking botched my debut, wearing a fucking towel on my fucking head, and then I fucking forget to pull the referee out on time. Dude. It doesn't make any sense. And then, like Logan says, dude, with Tongaloa, we had Gorillas of Destiny in this company. If you go back to the BackLash France review, I was so hype about... I listed all these different matches we could have got with Gorillas of Destiny. They did none of them. They
None
did
of-
not a single one of them. Maybe DIY they did, but like who the fuck remembers that match?
They were both fucking entities were already dead by the time that match happened.
Yes.
It's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, especially, you know, you love the whole internet, people getting over, and, you know, Joe Henry and all that shit. Did you not see the reaction to people fucking loving Tongaloa and just making fun of him? Is that not something? So you like all the internet reactions for fucking Danhausen and Joe Henry, but you don't like it for Tongaloa? You don't like this shit? Didn't they call him Tonga on commentary?
I think they did.
I think they did. I was like, okay, I thought I remember they did that, but like, what are you doing? And then Jeff Cobb, bro, he's an actually really good wrestler.
He's so good.
And you fucking turned him into a chubby fire hydrant.
Maybe they heard him talk. Where's Jacob?
Where's Jake?
Where's Jacob, man? maybe
They were like, okay.
maybe they were
talks
like,
a
oh my
nerd.
god, he talks like a fucking nerd.
You gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, it is just so ridiculous how they did, especially Jeff Cobb,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That is, again, that is one of the cases on why, and same with the New Day, on why why this whole system they got going now just does not work. But we'll get to the system in just a second, man. But we got well, so according to Body Slam, TKO is asking multiple talents to restructure their contracts based on what they view as talent rate of production versus what they're being paid. It is also claimed that TKO is attempting to maximize revenue due to the company still being in debt.
That's not my fucking problem. Y'all in debt. The fuck?
So it's the New Day's problem that you're in debt.
That you bought the company that you did not have to buy. Like, it makes no, like, I bought this company. Now I'm in debt for buying this company. It's making good money, so we're probably on a good rate to pay off that debt.
Yes.
But let's fuck that up by making everything overpriced and then just firing and just cutting a bunch of people's wages, man. Genius. While the bosses are making $67 million, why don't you take some of that $67 million and put it towards the debt? Or put it back in your roster to accumulate for the debt you gotta pay. Shit's just greedy.
Maybe if you got on Triple H to like book meaningful television, then you would make more money, and then you would have more interest in the interest that you already have, and then you wouldn't have to worry about this kind of stuff. But instead, you know, let's cut talent wages, even though these are the people that are doing the physical job in order for you to make any money at all.
Yeah, like and they don't realize, like, if someone just got their pay cut, they're gonna care less, and with them
Yes.
caring less, it's gonna be a less good product, which means more money. So you're gonna make less money by cutting their money. Are you stupid? Like let's say you take a McDonald's and the fucking corporate looks at that location, cuts their wages. You think them workers are gonna give a fuck about the fucking burgers they make anymore? They're not gonna give a fuck about the burgers they goddamn make anymore.
Yes, they're gonna be pissed.
They're gonna be pissed. They're gonna fucking, like, dude, what are you? You guys are so stupid. Y'all are some of the worst businessmen I've ever heard about, bro.
This is a domino effect that is straight fucking
yeah.
downhill, dude.
Mm-hmm.
According to Uncle Dave, TKO reportedly asked WWE Creative to make cuts due to SmackDown's return to 2 hours.
What does that? You don't do anything in those time anyway. You could have kept that same roster, went to 2 hours, and then that 2 hours would have actually been filled with shit.
Yes.
So what are you cutting people for? And then it's not like they even really gave them people in the call-ups. They really didn't get anybody. So, like, they got Ricky Starks and you buried him first night out. Okay, man. Oh, shit. You got Ricky. What? The fuck?
Oh, my God. Due to SmackDown's return to 2 hours and recent NXT call-ups, didn't order a lot of cuts last year due to wanting to look like good guys.
What?
The cuts the story on the cuts being so many, there's a couple of reasons behind it. What happened is, especially last year, due to cuts every single year, they do cuts every single year because they had basically just taken over the company. They were trying to be good guys and all that, right? No, they took over the company like 2 years ago,
and they've been firing people ever since. This is just the worst version of it because it's for the worst reasons. And like, maybe it's in terms of like what they mean is like we didn't fire a lot of SmackDown guys because of the same reason they're doing now. But like, oh, thank you guys, you guys are such good people for not firing me for no reason. Like, you're supposed to thank you for not firing me for no reason? Like, what?
No, fucking seriously. The company were trying to be good guys and all that, right? So they did order a lot of cuts. They didn't order a lot of cuts last year. They held back. So it's kind of like them catching up. Developmental, they're adding new people to developmental. The people who they figured aren't going to make it, those are the ones they cut. So, the main roster cuts, especially, it was two things. Number one, all the people who were brought up from NXT got spots. Essentially, they wanted to remove a familiar amount of people, and they went to creative. It wasn't creative that made the call as to who they said, like, you are not who are you not planning to use? Who are you not planning to use? Who are you not planning to use?
Fucking dang.
Give us X number of names. The number that were brought up and additional names from SmackDown. The reason being SmackDown at the end of the month, not next month, at the end of this month, SmackDown is going to 2 hours. Therefore, there is an hour less of television time. So
that's how math works.
So therefore, there's going to be another less hour of TV time. So there would be additional cuts. Oh my God, this guy talks himself in circles.
Who is this? Melter?
This is Dave, yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's going to be additional cuts on the SmackDown side. So that's the story around the number of cuts on the SmackDown side. Oh my God.
There's going to be cuts on the SmackDown side. That's why there was additional cuts on the SmackDown side. God damn.
Does this guy literally sit there like, therefore there's an hour less of television. It's going to 2 hours. It's going to 2 hours. So therefore it's going to be an hour less. So therefore it's not going to be 3 hours. It's not going to be 2 hours. So therefore that's why there's going to be a number of cuts on the SmackDown side. So that's why there's going to be cuts on the SmackDown side. Therefore there's going to be less time on SmackDown. So the NXT people got the spots on the SmackDown side. So which is why the SmackDown side is getting less people.
Holy shit.
Does he genuinely just sit there and talk like, okay, thankfully me and Sir K do have a degree in Dave Meltzer language.
We
right?
do.
What he's saying is they're adding 2 hours to SmackDown with the additions of the NXT people and the hour less that they're going to be given in the weeks coming up whenever they do move to SmackDown. They want to release people because they feel their SmackDown roster is overcrowded, is what I'm gathering. So they have to release people. You think your SmackDown roster is overcrowded.
Really?
And you don't use half of them already.
Like, what do you mean?
You don't even use people for it to get to an overcrowded point.
Exactly.
You use the same fucks every week.
Every week it's the same segment. There's a gingerbread segment, which we literally have tonight. It's the fucking MFTs and fucking generic tag team segment. It's fucking Cody and fucking somebody else fucking in a circle jerk. It is horrible. And like, so their whole mentality is we essentially want to release the same amount of people that we're calling up to basically Indiana Jones swap the fucking spots. Which, like, it makes no fucking sense. I mean, if you have some people that are completely dudded out, okay. But, like, you really don't. Especially with the people you actually released. A lot of dumb decisions there, man. And then, like, that's one thing Vince wasn't that dumb about. Hey, I just got Keith Lee up. Yeah, I'm dumb enough to fucking give him a Bearcat name and have him fucking roar, but I'm not fucking firing Dolph Ziggler because I now have fucking, like, you don't, that's not how you work. You know what I mean? That makes no sense. You don't just get somebody and instantly get rid of somebody. Like, that's such a bad mentality, man. Oh, and like
it is a horrible mentality.
look at the NXT roster you're building now, man. You had it good with, Braun Breaker, Obafemi, Javon Evans, Trick, all those section of guys, man. This next section, bro, you think you're gonna call up Ricky Smokes and he's gonna take the spot of somebody on the main roster? If that shit happens, you deserve to be shut down as a fucking company. Cause half of that roster sucks. And Evolve and NXT, half of these people are schmucks. And you want that fucking mentality to continue to next year? Probably do the same thing with the Vanity Project? Get the fuck out of here.
That is that is so terrible, man. That is such a terrible way of that is such a okay. You call Blake Monroe up, but let's go get rid of people that she could potentially work with. You call Ricky Starks up. Let's get rid of people they can potentially work with. Bro. And again, you chose not to do talent cuts last year, and that's their fault.
Yeah, you're the good guys because you didn't do what? Hey, thank us, man. We didn't go and fucking fire you for no reason. What do you mean you're the good guy? No, you're not.
It's just better off at that fucking point to just straight up release people. Don't sit there and say, hey, you can stay with the company. You could stay with the company, but we got we got 50% of your pay we're gonna have to take, or else you can go. At that point, just fucking release people. That's
fucked, man. They're so fucked in their mentality.
And then, did you think waiting a year was gonna change anything? At least if you do it, at least one thing with Vince is we always, refer to the term spring cleaning. We always knew in the summer he would release people.
Yeah.
So it was expected every year. And at the end of the day, it's fine. It's something you do have to do. It's something I wish somebody like Tony Khan would do a little bit more. But don't fucking skip a year and then your reason be the way it is we need half of your salary. At this point, just say we're doing our annual cuts. It's okay. Every sports organization has to make cuts at some point. It's a harsh part of the business, but don't fucking sit there and say you could stay with the company, but you make too much versus your increased rate of pay when it's not up to them, the work that they're given.
No, exactly. It's not a sport. You have to give them work in the first place. But it's horrible mentality, man.
Ridiculous. It is absolutely fucking ridiculous, man. But wanting to look like the good guys, again, you are calling up people to SmackDown, and again, it's not even. I mean, look at who they called up. Okay, they called up Blake Monroe. Okay, you want to make a spot for Blake Monroe. Okay, so who in the women's division did you let go? Nobody. Great. All right, what about Ricky Starks? Who in that mid-card division did you let go? Nobody. You let go tag teams. You let go fucking tag teams.
And you're not getting any tag teams. You didn't call up Hank and Tank. That's the only tag team I fucking know down there. You didn't call them up to fucking swap a spot. So it makes no sense, dude. You're bringing up people, but you're not releasing the equivalent people that you say is the reason for the releases. You don't make sense. Shit ain't adding up.
I don't see you calling up Ricky Smokes and Brad Baylor.
Please don't. Those schmucks.
You want to look like good guys. Let's look like good guys, but we'll have $75,000 WrestleMania tickets. That's a fucking great way to look like a good guy.
Oh, that's a great way to look like a good guy, man. Hey, we got to dock half your pay, or you get the fuck out. But we're the good guys.
Yeah.
Man.
Let's try to dock 20-year vet Kofi Kingston's pay, 16-year vet Xavier Woods' pay, but we're the fucking good guys.
Get the fuck out of here.
So, according to the Observer, oh God, Dave, please don't do this to me again. WWE's justification for asking wrestlers to accept pay cuts is that talents are now working less than they were in the past. That's your problem.
That's a problem you create. people have been saying for a while you need to bring some level of live events back for
Yes.
the quality of injuries to prevent injuries. That alone.
Yes.
What do you mean? You don't think the wrestlers like doing that shit? You don't need
At
to
least
do
it
the
gives them
Vince.
work.
Exactly. You don't need to do the Vince schedule where it's fucking you work fucking 5 days a week, man. You don't need to do that. But like, do 2 a week, 1 a week, something. I think the wrestlers would like their merch getting sold more at those events too.
Yes.
Like, that's a problem you created. What do you mean?
That is completely a problem they created. And again, a lot of the guys that come up say, you know, I don't like, we need that, like these young guys need to know what the grind is like. They need to know what it's like to drive from town to town and really see if you love the business. Because if you love the business as much as you say, you will drive, you will make your towns, you will perform. Again, that was one of the things we heard that got Dom so over with the boys in the back, is he was on Raw, or he was on SmackDown, but he was doing the dark matches for Raw and the house show loop, and then he would double the house show loop sometimes. And again, we would always hear people would ask him, dude, you're fucking here again? Like, you're at every fucking show. Like, geez, and that got Dom respect, and that got Dom over with the boys in the back, because it shows, okay, this guy wants to grind, this guy wants to sharpen his skills, this guy wants to be something in this business.
You know, you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Yes, you're not.
And then you're going to take my pay because you don't allow us to go to work? What?
Dave says, from what he understands,
Oh, God.
these people who have been asked to restructure their deals are upper mid-cardish, maybe even higher than that. The ones I've heard, they've been around for a long time. They were making a lot of money. We're not talking guys like Roman or guys like Seth, very tippy top main eventers. They're not going to be asking the tippy top main eventers to restructure their deals. If you're low on the card, you're probably not making enough that they've got to bother. Damn.
That's a problem in itself, bud.
Yeah, the whole different fucking problem in itself. The reason there's a specific window, it appears of people that are being asked to restructure their deal. These people are signed, signed pretty big money deals quite a while ago, and they're not making money, and they've...
Oh, God. Here comes
What?
the Davisms.
Is because these people signed pretty big money deals quite a while ago, and they're making that money for quite a while. And now
That's the point.
they're not where they were.
Because that's what the being a veteran is.
And you know what? If you weren't going to offer them, if you weren't going to have creative for them, and you knew that, and you didn't think about that before you signed them, then why did you sign them to a big money deal in the first place? Again, like Santos Escobar is a great example. I'm sorry, bro. You knew you were going to throw him in AAA and not do a fucking thing with him. So why even sign him to a big money deal in the first place?
Even the New Day, if what they said is true, and they thought about doing this last year, but hold off to be the good guys, New Day re-signed last year. You know damn well what you were planning to do and how much they signed on for. And you probably knew when they signed, they'd have been one of the first people you go to. What the fuck you let them sign that shit?
Yes.
You're setting people up to get fucked. It makes no sense.
They're wanting 50%.
Fuck.
They want a 50% restructuring of these deals in order to be TKO friendly. If it was like 20% or whatever, that's one thing. They want 50. Their justification is justification is things are very different now than when you sign this deal. Not my fault.
Literally.
Yes, we're asking you to take less money, but their argument is you are doing significantly less now. If you're doing 4 house shows a week, you're not on the road. If you're not doing 4 house shows a week, you're not on the road 4 days a week paying for your transportation and your hotel, and you're this and you're that. You're on the road maybe 1 day a week. You're wrestling maybe twice a month. This is what this is. We want to pay you less. You're doing less now. That is their mindset. Do not yell at me. I'm just telling you that's their perspective there.
That's insane, dude. Again, that's your fault. You're not fucking doing live events. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Talking about you wrestle twice a month. You wonder why fucking everyone's getting injured. You morons. You need something. You need practice. You need laps. You need to fucking you know, when football players, when they're fucking at practice, they're not just fucking walking around. They're doing laps. They're running drill. They're doing shit. You have to be active. You have to be moving. And now you're not going to want to pay people because you're not setting up shows for them to go to? What does that mean? What do you mean by that? And like, take it for the New Day. Oh, it's not the same when you signed. It was the exact same last year. There wasn't no live events last year when you re-signed the New Day because you knew what you were doing. And you knew.
Their creative was shit last year. Why did you sign me to a big money deal if
you had nothing?
If you knew you had no plans for me, because you can't tell me Triple H didn't know he didn't have any plans for them.
And then you knew what you were going to do with this whole 50% shit by that time. You know damn well they did.
Yes.
So you signed me for a big money deal for multiple years, knowing and a few months to a year later you were going to come back to me and cut that shit. Why are you going to let me sign that shit? You can give me hope for the next 5 years I have a job and you screw me over? That's fucked. That's insane. And they're asking the upper mid-carders to take 50%, probably equal more lower in mid-carders and just lower people. So what's the incentive to be an upper mid-carder at that point? You know, the whole point of a company is the higher you get, the more you make. So higher positions that don't make much, people aren't going to want to do that shit. Like, that should be one of the positions where you actually get like the incentive to be paid more and used more and shit. You don't think that Tony Khan probably looks at Kyle Fletcher and be like, hey man, you're making good money right now. I'm going to keep you making good money. And if you want to make even more great money, keep doing what you're doing. Imagine if he just cut fucking Kyle Fletcher's pay. What do you think Kyle Fletcher would do? It would demoralize him. You wouldn't want to be an upper guy at that point because you'd be, what the fuck's the point? That's such a bad ass backwards mentality for that.
Yep.
That's going to fucking screw them over. And I hope it does. I hope it does because you're actively screwing veterans and upper mid-carders over to make that spot literally useless, dude. Why would I go be a manager if I'm getting paid the same amount as an employee, but doing more shit? That makes no sense, bro. That makes no sense.
Yes, 100%. That is, this is some of the most fucked up shit I've heard from this company, man. This is absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. But, yeah, I mean, this seems to be their new formula here, which is just absolutely terrible. I really hope this does come to bite them in the ass. Another thing I could see TKO doing in sports, a lot of times you see a lot of player options and you see a lot of team options. I could see TKO doing a company option where they sign you to a 4-year deal, but at the 2-year mark, they get to decide whether they keep you or whether they let you go. And I could see they're going
to sign everybody to 4s and just always get rid of them at 2
and say, we'll keep you. And at the 2-year, they'll say, we'll keep you for the 4 if you deduct your pay to whatever. And I also think money's going to be significantly less, which again is not their problem. If you're in debt, at the end of the day, dog, you need to invest. Talent is the most important thing. Like, yes, to make money, you have to spend money. Okay.
Spend it.
I mean, dude, that is such a shit model. That is such a shit model to keep. If your mindset throughout this whole thing is we need to just cheap out on everything, and that'll fucking get us somewhere, because all it's going to do is kill the culture of WWE. Nobody's gonna feel safe. We've already heard stories of talent feel that there's gonna be no such thing as a guarantee, as a downrate guarantee anymore. There's gonna be no such thing as long-term contracts anymore. Where's the security in that? You guys want to be a professional sports organization? You guys want to have a sports feel? You're going to have to do stuff like sports. You're going to have to, because this stuff is sad, man. Pro wrestlers get paid like shit in general, and then you want to do this and cite, oh well, there's not there's not enough work, there's not enough fucking work, we're not doing house shows anymore, when these guys actively want house shows to keep their skills sharpened. And a lot of times, a lot of the talent love house shows because it gives talent that's not on TV a chance to be featured
and seen.
Yes, and it gives it gives younger guys more time to do reps. And a lot of people say it's more fun because you don't have to worry about, the cameras and yada yada yada. You could just kind of go out there and freestyle it.
I love it. Exactly. I would always see clips of fucking people fucking around at house shows. Kevin Owens would be doing funny shit, arguing with people in the crowd, fucking all that type of shit. That was a blast for a lot of them. And yeah, I do say I think Vince did too much of them, where you're on the road 24/7. Like 1 or 2 a week. You can rotate which ones go to who. Maybe Raw gets the one this week, SmackDown gets the one next week. Anything like that? Nothing. You ain't doing nothing like that, man. Horrible. And that was one of the problems with WWE always had, ever since AEW came along, is they don't pay like AEW. Even before these 50% cuts, the incentive is you're going to make more in AEW. So if you really are here for money, go to AEW. And way to make fucking people flock to AEW. And then the culture building is money-hungry people, as people that want to go to Hollywood, people that come from other sports. Most of those people really want to just make money. You don't think if they're decent enough and AEW offers them a deal, they'd rather go make more money? What the fuck? Why do you think the New Day left? Because you lowballed them, and Tony Khan's not going to fucking lowball them, and they're going to go right to Tony Khan because he's going to fucking shill an arm and a leg to them. You have to spend money to make money, and you can't. TKO really wants them to be a fast food fucking company, man, because they should have bought fast food. You guys really should have just bought a fast food chain.
Yeah, they might as well have like
bought fucking
McDonald's,
Steak and Shake.
or yeah, they fucking might as well have. They might as well have at that point. So, according to the Observer, one WWE star allegedly accepted a pretty big pay cut to stay in WWE after the company creatively didn't take advantage of what they had. I know one guy in this situation. He could go to AEW. There's the Mark and Dave. And he could make a lot of money in AEW, but he did take a pretty big pay cut to stay. The reason you would be asked to renegotiate is because the contract you signed was when they perceived you as far more valuable than what they perceive you now.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. That's why they would renegotiate a contract. In the case of this person, it's someone who would fit into the category, and the reason was not that he's not good or that he's not great, but what they had creatively didn't take advantage of what they had. I would say this is the best way of putting it, but he accepted. He didn't take the risk or whatever it is of going somewhere else. It's still a lot of money. You can say that, but it's 50%.
So it's somebody that AEW would have took, but they chose to stay with the company and take a fucking massive pay cut.
So here's the thing. I feel sorry for the person that took it. Yeah. I can't say, I'm not going to say the person that did it, I'm not
gonna shit on him.
Yeah, I'm not, because at the end of the day, good money is good money. Yes, you could say that, but bro, I'll say this: 50% of your paycheck is fucking nuts. That is nuts. That is fucking nuts, dude. However, I get why people would want to stay with WWE, and I can't blame them for doing it. It's nothing against them. It's something TKO should have never sprung on them in the first place, because
it's sprung on you.
Yes, it's like I don't blame people for wanting to stay with WWE, bro. It's fucking WWE.
And they're making money. They don't know if AEW is gonna have spices for them, is gonna want them.
Yes.
And like some people don't want to go back to the grind, you know what I mean? There's that element, and I know what it feels like for when a company just springs something on you, and you gotta just sign it in that moment, or you got a fucking day to think about it, and you gotta sign that shit. You end up signing it half the time, and 50% is fucking wild. That is so wrong. But like, they were probably scared as fuck for their livelihood. You know what I mean? They were probably fucking scared. They were probably fucking like thinking about paying their bills, their house.
Yep.
You never know, man. But 50% is fucking absurd.
Yeah, I mean, I just in this situation, man.
I
Again,
feel bad.
I feel terrible for them. I really do feel terrible for them, man. This is something you cannot expect to fucking just spring upon people and just expect them to roll with the punches. I mean, dude. That is so messed up to fucking sit there and tell somebody, you know, we thought of you a different way when we signed you. Now we kind of realize you're not all that. Again, I would. You can't. It's so easy to say. It's so easy to sit there and play armchair quarterback in the situation and say, "Well, I would have done this," and that's fine. People probably would have done different things. Like Kofi and Woods did a different thing.
Than this person.
But at the end of the day, I can't blame this person, especially if some of the rumored names I was hearing. I overall don't blame these people. I really don't blame these people. Some of the, and again, just take this with a grain of salt. The rumored names I heard 3 rumored names. I heard Penta, I heard Dom, I heard LA Knight. If it was LA Knight, I would have gave them a fucking earful because you bury me, and I'm so fucking over. You guys can't handle it. This bald Nazi can't fucking handle how over I am, so he books me like shit. Now you want to cut my pay? But to put it in that sense, if you look at those 3 guys, if it's a guy like Dom, you know there's a future for you in this company. Yeah, you know you're a future world champion. You know they like you. If you're a guy like Penta, I don't want to fucking go back to AEW. I already did that. If you're a guy like LA Knight, yes, LA Knight is over, but does he fit the AEW style? Yes, but are they? But yes, I think he would do a lot better than people give him credit for.
I think he would.
But at the end of the day, if LA Knight goes over there, at the end of the day, if a guy like LA Knight goes over there, are you going to be liked? I'm sure. Are they going to value you on the level that they value an MJF at a Will Ospreay?
Probably not.
You know what I mean? So I get why they would take it. It's just so terrible that guys like that, guys who are upper mid carders, and again, those 3 names were just rumors. They kind of do fit what Dave is saying about the upper mid card guys.
They do. And
those are, again, like Sir K just said, aren't those the guys you want to keep at a higher pay so you can retain them to then later move them up to that main event status? Should you move them there?
That should be the spot where you kind of get paid a little more, and you're just on that first step to be on that world title scene and be on that top guy scene. But you're not there yet, but you took the first step in terms of pay, in terms of motion, all that type of shit, man. That should be the incentive. The fact that you're cutting those people specifically is very bad. It's very bad for your company. And I think a lot of the reasons folks might have signed this is because it was sprung on them. Maybe, if these same people have a month or 2 to sit on this and really think, they might have not took it. But you got 2 fucking days to figure out, how you're going to pay your bills. You're probably going to keep paying your bills. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is, and it sucks. But especially when it's sprung on you and you don't have time to prepare, that's the killer, man. I feel like if a lot of these people had time to prepare for a decision like that, a lot of people wouldn't have took it. But when it's sprung on you, you got to think about what you're gonna do the next payday, the next fucking bills, the next day your bills come out. You got to think about that shit, man. And that's probably what they were thinking about. I don't blame them in that sense.
I really don't. And I just think this is so terrible. Again, yes, like Logan says, if you could say another thing about Vince.
He paid you what he said he was going to pay you.
Vince was either going to pay you or he was going to straight up release you. He wasn't going to do none of this. We take 50% fucking bullshit.
It's so demeaning.
It's terrible. Wrestling, Tony Khan has a very good system, I think, where instead of, releasing people, we hear a lot about Tony Khan doing buyouts, and paying people the rest of the salary that he owes them due to the contract that they signed. I would love for TKO to do something like that, man. Because again, doing shit like this is just that is just so that is so demeaning, man.
It's so demeaning, man. It really is. And like, Tony Khan will either buy you out or he'll switch you to a per appearance where you could just go anywhere else while you're also like have any time Tony Khan could call you, so you could go make money somewhere else, man. At least you get the options with Tony Khan, man. And with them, they just say, hey, you got 2 days, we're gonna come half your pay or you're gonna be gone. That's an insane thing to spring on people.
Mm-hmm. So with that, multiple names have been asked to take pay cuts and have agreed. I've been told there were several people. This came out maybe like a day or two after the one we just read. There were several people who were asked to take the pay cuts, and they took them. I don't know how many. I don't know who. Obviously, the New Day was asked, and they did not want to renegotiate, so they have gotten their release. Apparently, there was some others who did end up renegotiating as. And probably as time goes on, there will be more of these. In fact, there definitely will be. So it seems like since the original upper mid-card names, they've gotten to more people. But also, the Observer goes on to say WWE are reportedly have finished cutting talent for now. I am told cuts are done. I don't know. I don't know if we know every name, but every name has been told. So if someone who was told and did not go on social media or did remove the name from the website yet, it is possible a name or two could still come up. But from everything we've seen, it is done for now.
So they're done calling people and telling people, hey, you're done. They have all what they did. Now it's just for people to just come through with it and WWE to reveal it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I heard that there is still a few more that they haven't been revealed. Sucks for them, really does, and it sucks. But gladly they're done for now, and I could see them continuing it back in like the fall, to be honest.
Yeah.
I could see that, unfortunately.
Yes, I could very well see that. All this, man, all this giving people 2 hours to decide this life-altering news, cutting their pay in half, man. Again, Vince would not have done this shit. Again, if he offered you big money, he used you. If he didn't want to use you, he would not play these fucking games like, hey, we don't think you're worth it, or we view you different. He would just release you at the end of the day. At the end of the fucking day, he would just release you. This shit, that shit is absolutely demoralizing, man. And again, to ask people to take 50% pay cuts because of your debt issues is fucking ridiculous. You already don't pay your UFC fighters. Now you're going to be known even more for not paying people, and it's going to be wrestlers. So speaking of Vince, we can all thank Vince for this, because he just had to sell this fucking company instead of just letting Triple H have the goddamn show.
He could have just gave it to Triple H and called it a day, and he sold it to them and fucked everything up.
Fucking ridiculous. So, to make this all even better, we can all rest assured, because according to the TKO SEC filing, Nick Khan has signed a new deal with TKO to remain the WWE president through 2030. Well, what happened to your debt?
What happened to your debt?
I thought you had debt, man. How the fuck did you pay Nick Khan if you're in so much fucking debt?
How are you paying Nick Khan? I'm sure he's going to make more money he did. I'm sure the rise for his pay is going to continue, and you just re-signed him. You know how fucked that looks for everybody that got released for pay cut? That the fucking big boss making way more money than them for no reason got re-signed? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Triple H just got re-signed. Yep. Nick Khan's now getting re-signed. Nick Khan made a jump from 6 mil to 24 mil. You don't think that's probably going to double again? And you can't pay the New Day?
You can't pay the New Day. You can't pay some of your debt. You can't use fucking 4 million of it to pay your fucking debt. What the fuck? It makes no sense.
Selfish, ridiculous shit.
Insanely selfish, dude.
Roman Reigns, apparently, there's no dispute with Roman Reigns in the company,
None.
according to reports.
It was just an accident announcing him for a whole month.
According to PW Insider, Roman Reigns was advertised for June TV dates. Roman Reigns was advertised for June TV dates in error.
In error.
And that it was a mistake made by TKO/WWE on TKO/WWE side as to do what dates he would be working. It's not a case of an issue between Reigns and the company or an issue with the deal he signed in the run-up to WrestleMania 42. It was a error.
It was an error, man. We announced someone for a whole month of dates and the pay-per-view. But it was just an error, bro. My bad. My bad. What? How do you accident? No, I'm sure what he told you is, hey, I'll work the summer. Saw what's going on in Saudi and was like, you know what? I can't do this, man. I'm backing out. For Roman, I don't fucking blame him. People are like, oh, of course he's not going to be here the whole summer. Aren't you the same fan base that hates people that go to Saudi? So why are you not mad? Why are you mad that he's not going to Saudi? What sense does that make?
I don't blame him at all. I'm very glad to hear that Roman isn't disputing with the company over the pay cut stuff, because when I first heard this obviously came at the same time at the pay cut stuff. So I was like, there is no way they asked Roman Reigns to cut his salary in half. Even though we did, it really makes me go back and think, like, those rumors of them asking him to renegotiate his pay last year probably
that was one of the precursors.
Had a lot of truth to it, and it's probably a lot of a precursor to what we see here today. But Roman not working the June TV dates, I honestly think now that the pay cut stuff seems to be off the table, thankfully, I think this was a case of Roman Reigns thought that the company, because the company up until that point had said, we're monitoring Saudi. I don't think he thought they were going to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. And when it happened, he was like,
y'all are fucking doing this? I can't go. I have a family.
Yeah.
I can't go over there. So I don't blame him, man. I don't blame him. And that precursor stuff, him like kind of probably no-selling them on renegotiating a deal is probably why they didn't touch main eventers at all. That's probably why. That's probably like, okay, we're gonna go for the people that like we could scare easily enough to fucking.
Yep.
I'm sure him probably no selling them is what had all the main eventers safe, dude. Because if they didn't do that to him and they just started this year, I feel like they would have probably asked so many more people, man. That would have been really bad, man. It kind of been some people that brag about their money. It may have been a little funny, but. It's not funny, but flexing their bank account and shit, man. But he's not gonna be here for Saudi, and I don't fucking blame him, man. Because why are you going over there in the first place, dude?
I don't either. Yeah, I don't think it was an error. I think it's an error by WWE even going to Saudi Arabia. I think that's the only error involved in this.
Oh fuck yeah! And the fact that Roman Reigns, your top guy, no matter what nobody says, he's the top guy.
Yes.
Doesn't want to go due to the dangers. It's not a good look. It probably means you shouldn't fucking go.
Probably. According to Bodyslam.net. Original post-WrestleMania 42 plans were for Gunther to feud with LA Knight.
I would actually really like to see that feud.
This has been scrapped now that Gunther has been moved to SmackDown to challenge Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. It is unknown what Knight's creative direction will be following this change.
It's always the case. It's kind of always the case.
I was going to say, not the first time we heard that one. Bro, here's the thing. I can't say I'm too upset.
Okay.
Not because I think Gunther and LA Knight would do a great job working with each other. I am just so sick and so fucking tired of seeing LA Knight get fucking dog walked by people.
And it's true.
That is the one reason. Now, if these guys were given an actual feud, where LA Knight wasn't losing all the time, I would say, sure, LA Knight can lose to Gunther. He's losing to fucking Gunther. And at the end of the day, it probably wouldn't hurt him. He's still going to be over as fuck. But, dog, how many times am I going to have to sit here and watch Triple H treat this guy like absolute dog water, bro?
Because that's the worst part. In a good world, they would have had probably a 3-match long feud Gunther, the whole story would have been like Gunther being shocked with how good LA Knight is, but still beating him. No, with Triple H, they would have had one match where fucking Gunther would have fucking dog walked his ass, and that was it. So on paper, I actually really would have loved to see this, and I thought those matches would have really banged. And that story of like Gunther really not taking him seriously, but like LA Knight showing up, Gunther like being shocked and earning some respect there would have been really cool. They would have never actually put that feud to its full potential, man. So, and I'm glad Gunther moved to SmackDown anyway. So it's just what's for the best, man. It's what's for the best.
Yeah, 100%. So again, at the end of the day, man, I don't think these guys would have done bad work by any stretch of the imagination. I am just so sick and so fucking tired of seeing LA Knight in these one-sided ass feuds, where he's just getting beat down all the time, bro. And I just feel that Gunther would have absolutely, they would have booked this man to absolutely destroy LA Knight. But I think Gunther over on SmackDown offers some more freshness that was needed a little bit more than a Gunther and LA Knight feud right now.
100%. I think overall it was the right move, man. On paper, like I said, it would have been great for Triple H. You know, he don't really put pen to paper all that well, man. So it wouldn't have been as great as it could have been.
We have, according to WrestleVotes, there was significant pushback to the gingerbread man.
No way.
Gimmick as of late, with one source near creative calling it hokey and archaic. Who doesn't love the ginger man bread?
It is the ginger man bread, man. You know what, then the best part is they announced the funeral segment for tonight with that shit.
Like maybe this is like their final fucking hoorah.
I think this is the final part of it, but like they don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, people think it's stupid, so we'll just fucking get it over with and end it right before their last match. You kidding me, man? They didn't listen. They knew that shit was ass and fucking hokey as shit. They don't give a fuck, dude. They put the costume in a mannequin and had Sami Zayn, the honorary oos, low blow a mannequin wearing that costume, and then they sprung it into the room like it was an actual person dying. And he canonically died. This is the funeral segment is tonight, because the ginger man bread canonically, per kayfabe, literally died. What the fuck is this shit? You know, this would have worked in like 06. This would have been fun. It's not 06 no more, bro. What are you doing? Even then, it would have been fucking stupid. But at least that was the culture back then.
So you mean to tell me you just found out now that this was hokey and archaic?
You didn't,
homie. I could have fucking told you from the moment the idea was brought up, your fan base is gonna hate this.
If I'm in that writer's room, some schmuck just goes, "Hey, I got an idea. All right, what do you got? What if, they call him the gingerbread man? What if they have a gingerbread man costume come out with it? Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out.
Honestly, get out of the room. Go take your 15, bro.
Get the fuck out. And when you come back, don't open your fucking mouth for the rest of the day, bro. You lost those privileges.
No, you're 100% done for the day. Cause, dude, with everything that was going on in the company, with the Pat McAfee stuff, with the Pat McAfee stuff to all the outrage about that and celebrities and the shit mania build, you thought in an effort to, rally the fans behind WrestleMania season, you really fucking thought implementing a gingerbread man costume into Sammy versus Trick because Sammy's a ginger and, Yachty called him the gingerbread man? You really thought the best outcome was to introduce a fucking gingerbread man costume?
A feud that people already didn't like in the first place because they thought he'd stole a spot from Hayes. You're going to make it worse?
You're going to introduce a costume to this? Do you know how many people still meme on fucking the dude in the dog costume coming out with the Roman Reigns vest on?
Bro, that image of that dog costume is like the most synonymous with how bad 2019 was. They used that image, or the dog food image, as the two main images of how bad that year was. Are you kidding me? And you're going to repeat the same dumb You don't think in the next fucking years I'm going to see that fucking picture of him low blowing that gingerbread man, saying how fucked this year was in fucking 2080?
God, man.
God. You're stupid.
Makes no fucking sense, dude. Makes absolutely no sense. But I'm glad they figured it out one way or another. It only fucking took you a month and a half to realize this was a bad fucking idea.
Oh, brother, man, fuck, I didn't realize. At least they fucking finally realized. And at least we have the funeral segment tonight. Dude, that's the worst part. The costume's gonna be in a casket, and the one thing's gonna be open. You're gonna see the fucking head, and then Sami Zayn's probably gonna flip the casket, and they're gonna react. Oh, dude, I already know what they're gonna fucking do tonight. It's fucking gonna be horrible. You ready? Because I'm not.
This is so trash, dude.
It's so ass, dude.
And then you want to end it probably right before their last match with each other.
So just fucking should have just stupid, dude. It's stupid.
Hiromu Takahashi. According to Bodyslam.net, the word going around the Performance Center is Hiromu Takahashi is expected to end up in WWE, which is what we heard a while ago. But another source indicated that some believe that Takahashi will be using the recently trademarked Nox Regine name. Well, it didn't end up being evil.
Didn't end up being evil.
Evil ended up being Naraku, which is, I think, his shoot last name.
Oh, shit. Okay. So at least it's something. But, you're gonna have Nox Regine. You know, that's gonna get over, man. So,
hope Nox Regine.
Wish the best for him and hope everything works out, man, when he debuts, when he gets that name, and whenever he gets the main roster. I just hope Michael Cole's on that same show. I would love to hear that. Nox Regine.
He's probably gonna call him like Nox Regine.
Nox Regine. He would say that shit.
What we need is Takahashi back on AEW.
Takahashi.
Hiromu Takahashi.
Brainbuster. Fucking Excalibur, man. That couldn't be an AEW pay-per-view weekend. I can't wait for Double or Nothing, man.
I really can't.
If MJF loses, he has to cut off his hair.
He's gonna be bald like Ricochet.
The fuck is wrong with him, dude?
Yes, but it looks like they gave him the Nox Regine name. I'm sure he's gonna be in NXT with Naraku. So I'm interested to see how both of these guys work out in WWE because they don't really do a good job with Japanese talent, to be honest.
Really
look at what they've done with Nakamura. Who else is Japanese in the company?
Nakamura, Kari was pretty bad.
Oh, right. Kari. He does a good job with EO, but Asuka is kind of halted.
I was gonna say he really only does a good job with EO, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's really all he's got. So wish the best for him. Is he probably gonna make it on NXT? Probably not.
I could see it, but he's probably going to get called up and be one of those like random people on the main roster that gets fucking buried on their first night.
Fucking Ricky Saints.
So Takahashi is going to be Nox Regine, as it seems like Evil is going by Naraku now. So
let's get it.
With that, our final story before predictions, we got WrestleMania.
Okay.
Not your typical WrestleMania news, as we have news of a completely new location for Mania, as it seems, according to Irish Mirror, Ireland is well placed to put in a competitive bid for WrestleMania as a globally recognized event with the capacity to attract tens of thousands of international visitors and generate substantial international media exposure. WrestleMania presents a significant opportunity for Ireland to strengthen its position as a leading destination for major event tourism. Ireland is well placed to present a credible and competitive bid for WrestleMania, given our strong international tourism brand, proven track record in hosting major events, and global reputation as a welcoming destination. How you feeling about this, man? Would you like to see WrestleMania go to Ireland?
I would like to see WrestleMania go to Ireland. The theme would be really cool, like a whole look of the Irish. theme would be really sick for WrestleMania, man. I would like that, and the location is really good. It would be another earlier time frame, which is very much what I like to see for these shows, man. Maybe not Backlash at 5 o'clock, but which is fucking wild. But it's got the early time frame. It's going to be a UK audience. Obviously, it's international, but you'll have a good chunk in the UK, which is really what you want for a wrestling audience, man. And it'll be a cool theme, man. I like the idea, and the fact that they're willing to put high bids is a good sign, man, because that's all TKO relies on. Who gets the highest bid? Way it used to work, people would want WrestleMania, and you would basically be on the next year's list. So if it was Vince, it would probably been Nashville, then fucking New Orleans, then fucking Orlando, then Ireland. But if they bid the highest, they could very well be after Saudi, man. So we'll see how it goes. I'd be completely down, man. And I like the idea of this, man. I think it would work out. And plus, they would push certain people, which I think would very much be happy to see in their hometown winning. So they got some good people they could push, man. Especially Finn Balor. Finn Balor actually being a world champion or something. It's probably not gonna happen, but like you could do that, man. I can't think of any other names. I'm sure you could think of a name, but what about you, man? What do you think about this?
I think, like you said, I think this could happen sooner rather than later. I don't think TKO really has a fucking plan, even though they're like, wait till you hear this announcement. If anybody comes in at any given moment and offers them a higher number, they're gonna go there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're gonna do. This very well could be something that again gets put in now, and very well could be the location of a WrestleMania very soon. They obviously have a lot of Irish talent, right? They got a lot of Irish talent that they could use at this show. They got Becky, they got Finn, they got Lyra, right? They got Lyra Valkyria on the card.
Of course, this name you said twice.
So they got a lot of good names they could put on there, man. They got a lot of really good names they could put on there. And overall too, it's a venue in the UK. It's a venue in Europe. That is probably for the best. Again, being that you're going to Saudi, you're going to have to wash the taste out of our mouth with something. Yeah. And I think a crowd in Ireland would be fucking dope, man. I think it would be dope. I think the start time for it would be pretty cool too. It'd obviously be a little earlier, man. But I think that's a great idea, and I really hope they do end up getting it. But TKO, they're again, they don't know where they're headed for WrestleMania fucking 6 months before the show half the time.
They really don't.
So and again, even if we do have a set location, they are subject to fucking switch that, as we've seen with New Orleans going back to Vegas. So nothing's ever really a guarantee. But I just really hope we do end up getting some cool locations with the way they. With the way they operate, because again, the way they operate could go really bad or it could go good. So that is all the news, man. That is all the news we have here today for you guys, man. Is now moving on here to the Backlash predictions.
How many matches is it? 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Oh, 5. I forgot about that one. I forgot about the one woman's one I see. Oh man, I totally forgot. I thought it was 4 matches.
I forgot about the tag match the other day. I can't lie. I completely forgot there was a tag match. Starting off, we have John Cena's history-making news. Do you have a prediction on what you think this is going to be?
Well, I think we actually had a word on what it was going to be, man, and it's going to be Club WWE related. I think it's like the announcement gate when it starts or whatever the fuck.
Yes, John Cena. There are a lot of reports going around that yes, John Cena is going to be revealing something about Club WWE, which I'm assuming is probably going to be a start date or something like that. John Cena says this is going to alter the history of WWE.
Alter the history, man. It's probably going to be it's basically going to be a WWE, another subscription service for the company for no reason. Yes. Probably to just spend more money, man. So either way, it's going to be great seeing the GOAT, but I don't really care about the announcement itself. I really don't. What about you?
100%. Yeah. I'm excited to see John as well, but yes, I'm in the same boat, man. I think this is going to be nothing more than an announcement on Club WWE and their plans to again completely murder all of our pockets, or whoever should sign up for this. I can't say I'll be a Club WWE member, but I'm very interested to see like what the price range is for this, what exactly the perks are for it. I'm excited to see those. So we'll have to wait and see, man. But I don't know. We'll see what they got. We'll see what they got cooking. But I am very excited to see Cena.
Oh yeah.
The next match.
Speaking of excited, man.
Oh, brother.
Oh, I'm pumped.
We have The Miz and Kit Wilson. Dude, when's the last time The Miz was on a pay-per-view?
Ooh, that's a great fucking question. I think I saw.
Do you know this is Kit's PLE debut?
I was just gonna say I did just see that it's his first pay-per-view, which is fucking wild. But
dude has been on the main roster for 3 fucking years,
and he was in a really good tag team. You know, obviously when his tag partner first got injured, he might not make it television. Right. Although he got over pretty fast, and I probably would have put him on television. But we're different. We actually think with our fucking brains.
Well, did you hear the advice that Cody gave him?
Yeah, brother. What is it? Fucking sit and wait.
You know how Kit. You know how Kit didn't make the Royal Rumble this year.
Okay.
Cody told him one thing he always used to do.
Oh, brother.
Is look himself in the mirror and say, "This is the last Royal Rumble I won't be a part of."
The fuck?
I don't know how that's gonna fucking help Kit Wilson.
And then bro left the company and was in a fucking Royal Rumble for like 4 or 5 years. But alright.
It's the last one.
It's the last one. Alright, Cody. Please don't give me advice if I'm being honest. But
the fuck kind of advice is that? Like, what?
You want me to look on myself?
Yeah, you want me to look in the mirror and say, this is the last Royal Rumble I'm going to be a part of. Kit is over. The fact that he's not in the Royal Rumble completely falls on Triple H. Why are you not putting one of your most over guys in the fucking Royal Rumble?
Exactly, man.
What?
I have a question, man. Who do you think is going to be Danhausen's mystery partner, man?
I think it's between 2 names. The list of names WWE put out was absolutely terrible. There was like Obafemi on there. Fucking, I would Obafemi team with Danhausen. There was the mini Hausens. I think it's between 2 people. I think it's going to be Punk, or I think it's going to be Jelly Roll.
We're either going to get Punkhausen or Jellyhausen.
They're fucking so creatively bankrupt. Get used to this. I'm going to say get used to this because I know they love the way Danhausen moves those merch numbers, and the more merch he moves, they're going to continue to put him in matches, bro. They're going to fucking continue to do this shit.
They're going to continue to waste one of their already fucking hard to get valuable pay-per-view spots on fucking Danhausen almost every time now.
Yes.
I already know it, man.
Yes.
Who do I think his partner is going to be? I feel like it is going to be Jelly Roll. I think we're going to get Jellyhausen. And, yeah, who wins the match? God, probably the faces, Nolan Company. So I'm going to go with the baby faces.
Yeah, I'll say the baby faces. I really think... I don't know if it'll be Jelly Roll only because of the story. Well, it's going to make this story even funnier. I seen a story that WWE actively wanted to step away from celebrity involvement because of everything with WrestleMania. So I'm going to say if it's Jelly Roll, it's going to be so hilarious, and it'll, again, reinstate. They don't, like, they'll say they're listening. They do not care.
And they say that, but like there was rumors, and I'm trying to get Stephen A. Smith for fucking SummerSlam.
Yes.
So
like
you're lying.
You don't care, bro.
You're lying.
Everybody's like, oh, the Punk pipe bombs, gonna set out chain. No, they don't care. They do not fucking care, dude.
Did the ticket prices get lower? Nope. It's still fucking $30K to go to SummerSlam.
Yes.
Come on, bro.
I think it's going to be Jelly Roll. I think it's going to be Jelly Roll. I think, again, I mean, the better option obviously would be Punk. But then again, what business would Punk even have in any of this?
That just screams, this is my friend and I want to work with him, man.
Yes.
That's some AEW 2022 shit you really don't want to be doing, man, if I'm being honest. I would think it'd be a bad look for the company to do Punk. So I would go Jelly Roll with how bad even that is, man. No matter what, you're setting yourself up for failure, man.
Yes, but again, at least even with Jelly Roll, you can say, like, again, it's not the best, but he had some involvement with this story. He did something, I guess.
Got beef with the Miz, man.
Yeah. Fucking, he hates the Miz and Kit Wilson.
What the fuck is this?
The time for talk is over.
The time for talk is over.
The women's match on the show, Io versus Asuka, the blow off to the feud.
Without the crux of the feud in the company.
Yeah, without the main person that's without the main person that helped this feud start.
Oh, very nice, very Bad Bunny. Oh man. Actually, I wouldn't mind Bad Bunny if I'm being honest. At least I would get a shock out of me. At least that would do something to me. That would be a jolt of some type of energy for me.
Yeah, that'd be something. This is an obvious Io win. There's no Io just got misted on Raw. She was obviously like the one trying to get Kairi Sane out of the bad situation. This is an obvious Io win.
Oh, it's obvious Io. That was the whole point of the feud, was Io was gonna win and get Kairi out of there probably, and now she's just gonna win and do nothing afterwards. But it's an obvious Io win, man.
100%.
Yeah, brother.
For the U.S. title, we have the Gingerbread Man, Sami Zayn.
Ginger Man bread.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The Ginger Man Bread, Sami Zayn versus the U.S. champion, Trick Willie.
Oh, brother.
Trick Willie Williams. They would be stupid to have Sami Zayn win this. However, I also wouldn't put it past them, but I'll go ahead and say Trick.
I will say Trick Williamson, man. I think that's going to be him. I think you would be really dumb, and again, wouldn't be shocked if they do Sammy, but I feel like this is going to be like the solidification for Sammy being a loser or whatever, and I wouldn't be shocked if they do that full heel turn after his loss. I really wouldn't be shocked.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. And next, we have Seth freaking Rollins versus Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
Oh god, I hate commentary.
Braun.
This one's tough, man, because Braun got the one up on Raw, but I feel like he's still likely to win.
I feel this is gonna last the whole summer.
I think it is.
I will say Seth wins the first one.
Because Seth did tell him, I'm not gone till you essentially beat me, essentially, is when the feud... He quite literally said that on television.
Yeah.
So I actually could see Seth, too.
I think Seth is going to win, especially with the way Braun beat him down. I think they'll play with the whole, he's inexperienced and Rollins is his mentor and the veteran.
Yeah.
Or as Michael Cole says, the veteran.
The veteran.
So I think they're going to do that whole thing. I think this will blow off at SummerSlam. And I think Braun will take that one. But for this one, I'll say Seth.
I will say Seth, too, man.
So, with the final match on the show, we got for the WWE, or not the WWE Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, we got Cody Rhodes versus
Cody Rhodes versus...
I had the WWE Championship on the mind. We have Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu, not Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. We got Roman versus Fatu. Bro, I am fucking pumped.
Mm-hmm.
I am coming out specifically for this match.
This and the Braun match.
Yes.
Seth and Braun in this match. Really only two matches I fucking give a fuck about on this pay-per-view, man. I'm excited. I'm going to say I think it's a very overall obvious Roman Reigns win, but I'm very excited to see the aftermath to this, and if they do the repeat match at Clash in 3 weeks and how that goes afterwards, if they continue it after that or not. Very interested to see the aftermath. That's the thing I miss about Roman Reigns and the Bloodline shit. It wasn't even always just about the result of the match. It was about the aftermath to the match. I'm very excited to see that, man.
Yeah, 100%, man. Yes, same. I'm sitting in the same boat, man. I think, again, as much as I would love to see Fatu get this, I just don't. Obviously, Roman just won the title less than a month ago. I don't see them taking the title off Roman. And if they do, then this dude's really got to fucking hate TKO or something must have happened. Because I just don't realistically see it. But what I can see is Roman winning this match, obviously, and I could see them trying to up the stakes. And we talked about it a lot on Monday, but you can have Jacob be even more desperate on Monday after the loss and tell Roman pretty much, give me another shot if
I don't win this,
if I don't, and Roman obviously could clap back at him with what's in this one for me. And Jacob can tell him, you know, if I don't beat you, I join you. I think that would be a very cool route to go. But for the first match, I will say this is an obvious Roman retain here.
I would say most definitely.
So yeah, that is which Clash in Italy could be looking very good, bro. If we get a Cody Gunther match and another Jacob Roman match, those two matches alone, man.
That's some good shit right there, man.
That'll be fucking great. So, that is it. That is it for all the predictions here today, man. And
it should be a good ad-lash pay-per-view. I like that, Jeff.
It could very well be ad-lash, bro.
That's great. Ad-lash.
So that is everything, man. That is all the predictions for Backlash tomorrow. Again, we will be live tomorrow night with the Backlash post-show review for you guys, man. That is all the news for today, as well as, like I said, the Backlash prediction. Thank you guys so very much, everybody who joined us in the live chat, man. We got Durante, we got Jumpin' Jeff, man. We got Manager Logan. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. Everybody in the live chat, everybody in the Replay Mafia. That is going to do it. Again, we will be on here. I'm assuming the show's going to end about 8:30ish, so we will be on here at about 8:45, 9 o'clock-ish tomorrow with the Backlash post-show review. And with that, man, thank you guys as always. It has been nothing but a pleasure for my Johnny.
Nice, okay.
That is going to do it. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, this has been your news and Backlash predictions. Thank you guys. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We will see you all tomorrow night after Backlash with the post-show review.
Peace.